Yeah.
Let me put some pants on.
You should really invest in a mullet.
Do you have the flow going right there, Del?
Oh yeah, I got you.
That's outstanding.
It's a COVID mullet, man.
Right. COVID mullet. There's going to be a lot of those.
A COVID.
COVID.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So again, the ride up, gents. You have traveled up to Unlogis's camp. Or excuse me, you stand in the about 6 p.m. in the evening in very dense fog. You can see through the fog the glow of the fires, or so you think. Again, this is Korvish and Diggy. It's hard to tell in this weather, frozen. Your horse lay dead that you were both using, and it's frozen to death. So you're probably in the fog, maybe 50 meters from one of these glowing. Glowing through the fog here in the cold. Okay. And you went around the lake. It's called Pill Lake. This is Unpilton was one of the villages on the lake. And you were really headed northwest. Okay. And then we'll make a save right now. Add your fur bonuses to this. This is your normal save. This is your single save. Right. Not the chart.
Oh, just made it. Thanks for that bonus.
Okay. What'd you get?
I can see on his face.
I just missed it.
Okay, Todd. That means you're at half hit points right now.
Oh, thank you. Wow.
Until you can get shelter or get warm. Okay. Okay.
Diggy sees you shivering uncontrollably and comes over and gives you a big hug.
No.
Just a giant bear hug. Like, hold me for warmth.
Is your name Diggy or Biggie? Like what?
No, Diggy.
Diggy.
Like, Diggy a hole.
Diggy a hole. Okay.
This is a character made by a 5-year-old. So.
Okay. All right. I appreciate your concern, Diggy, but I will be fine. The village is just over here, I believe, so we will go forward. Could you please let me go?
And he gives one last pat. Okay.
I have a feeling Korvish did not want this guy tagging along, right? On this month's worth of journey.
I don't know where I found him.
As you trudge, it's not thick snow. It's blowing snow. This is actually blowing snow, but it's not very heavy or thick snow. But it's incredibly cold, right? Extreme. Maybe the coldest you've ever experienced. As you traverse toward these glowing campfires, sure enough, as you break through the fog, you see a couple of tents. You see some villagers mingling around. You may not recognize any, as you weren't in Unpilton long, Korvish. And of course, Diggy had never been at Unpilton. We don't know where he met you on his travels, but you've attached yourself to him, right? Okay, or something.
Physically.
You guys can figure that out, right? Since this literally attached yourself. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
That's scary.
You do
just
see.
Just as long as you're not going.
No.
My head. Okay.
Right.
This is a very friendly hug, not nothing creepy at all. Don't make it that way.
Okay.
You do see that they are all apparently eating. They are around these bonfires. They built 3 around these 2 or 3 tents. You do spot a Korvish Unlongus who had been in the tavern the night you arrived on the island of Suul. He is the elder. He is the mayor. He's kind of the heart and soul of the. And again, you were told by the wench at the tavern that this man led the entire village of all able-bodied men, women, children, or to go attack this little village. So you know that much when you arrive. And he's not holding court, but he's surrounded by a handful of his men.
Wait a minute. So they've attacked this village?
No, they were headed to, and Del and you don't know this, but your friends that you were pursuing caught him and stopped him. But your characters wouldn't know this. But yeah, you were told that they were going to attack this village on the far side of the lake.
This guy here.
This guy with what's left of the village. You passed probably 16 or 17 dead bodies in the last 4 or 5 hours.
Okay.
8
All right.
hours. People who froze to death on this trek.
Right. Okay. So.
Sorry, I had to turn my ringer off.
Oh, okay. So, as we approach the fires, I'm not going to have a weapon drawn or anything like that,
Right.
and just kind of announce ourselves. I'm in firelight.
Okay.
You know, we are safe. We mean them no harm as we approach.
Yeah. Okay.
We are.
Those at the closest fire kind of step away, and they see you're freezing. You have furs. They bark something to Umlongus, and he heads toward you. As you come to the, I'm assuming you're going to come to the fire, maybe warm. Okay.
Oh yes.
He approaches and he says, "Good day. Who is this here? I am Umlongus, the elder of the. You look familiar there."
Yes, I am Korvish of the Chakandru, and this is my.
I'm Diggy.
Yeah.
Diggy. Yeah, Diggy. I've heard rumors of Diggy. This better not be the Diggy.
I do not know how many there are of me, but I am this one of me, and I am Diggy.
Oh, good. Food for these men, and they bring over some bowls and some rations, something for you to eat. So, what brings you here? Why are you out here? They are camped in the shoulder of the mountains that comes down and ends in the lake, and right over the shoulder of these mountains is this village, which you can't really see in the fog from here.
Right. We are searching for my companions who I was journeying with earlier. This is a while back. I have a hard time remembering this yet.
That's okay.
Yeah.
There wasn't much to remember.
Like March, it was like a whole world away. Okay, so what was Dell's character's name?
Wolfe.
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 Or
Right.
White Wolf, formerly.
We'll get you going here in a minute, Eric. Hang in there, man.
I'm good.
All right. Yeah. So yes. So we were traveling. I'm trying to join up with my companions, Wolfe and
Saltine.
Saltine.
Yeah, she's a cracker.
She's a cracker. Right. Saltine.
Saltine.
That's her name, yeah.
Saltine.
Yeah.
And Blunder, who you never met, the dwarf, an actual island of Suul native, a dwarf, which you wouldn't know. But he tells you.
That Drew's character?
Yes, Drew's character, Blunder.
Okay, and Saltine is Donnie's.
Yes.
Okay.
He nods. Yes, they caught us an hour ago. They talked us into waiting. We are here. We are here to. You may know why, but we have a long-running feud with this village. And when I heard the rumor of what they're doing with that they have sent that dragon to attack our village, I decided to come en masse and end this feud. But I have given them a chance to prove whether the stories I've heard is true. I'm waiting for their return now.
Oh, so White Wolf and Saltine.
They went into the village, and I believe into the mountains behind the village, where it is believed these Baalgaard dwarves are hiding. And the Baalgaard are the largest, most dangerous. You guys would all know the Baalgaard dwarves. They're the largest, most dangerous dwarven clan on the island. They revere a red dragon. It'll do their bidding for them for the amassing of treasure and wealth, right? That's the relationship, right? It's a
right.
Relationship, yeah.
Very well. So if you would allow us to warm ourselves around your fire, then I think we'd like to continue on shortly and find our companions.
Yes. Yes,
right.
Go, do. And we will wait till morning, but if we have not heard something by morning, we will raid that village. And he points in the direction. It's only 100 meters or so over this rise. And in this fog, they can't you can't see it from here, but right.
Well,
So they feed you and let you drink and warm, of course.
do these villagers that are just over there, do they know that we're around?
Nope.
Okay.
This village may have zero idea what's going on.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
There may actually be, according to the barmaid would have told you, that there's a long-going feud. Every year, both villages feel the need to fight, like the Hatfields and McCoys.
Right.
So they do this annually. But this was different. This was like at the drop of a hat. He gathered the whole village in this horrible winter, and he marched them off. So obviously, this news about the Baalgaard sparked him to do it now. Right.
All right.
Okay.
Yep. So yeah, if Diggy, right? If we're warm up, then we'll.
Okay. So give yourself back to full hit points because you've warmed up. Okay. And we're going to go to Eric. As you have you've come from the, oh gosh, I'm not certain exactly. We'll just say you came from Phillipston, I believe. Phillipston is a large coastal town named after the most successful outcast in probably in Suul history, named after Philip, who showed up here as an outcast on the island like many do. He eventually became incredibly wealthy and powerful, and he founded a lakeside village, or now a city, called Phillipston. And you've traveled from there this direction. I'm not certain exactly why you were coming this way. That would be between you. Maybe you wanted to travel this way. But you've taken shelter in this cave. And as you were in the cave and ducked into an alcove, 2 Baalgaard dwarves had passed you, headed toward the entrance. A few minutes later, you heard the fighting. And you now have heard the cave-in, and you see a dwarf stumble by who is stripping off weapons, equipment. He is badly, badly wounded. He's in a daze. Stumbles past you in the dark, falls to his knees, and is kind of stunned, sitting there. He doesn't see you.
Okay. I'll kind of make my presence known. Kind of. Excuse me, my friend. Are you okay?
Yeah. He looks over, bleeding. I am King Blunder. Do not kill me. And he looks back toward the floor, just clearly on death's door. Turning white. You can see the blood loss from it looks like an axe wound.
Okay. Della will she'll approach him and kind of look at him for a minute and goes, "Oh, my friend, it's not your time to cross the veil to deeper waters. Let me heal you." And I will cast Cure Light Wounds on him.
Okay. So make that roll, sir.
Oh, I rolled a 6, so 7 points.
Nice.
Nice.
Okay. Outstanding. He moans. I don't know if this is obviously this would probably feel good, a warming. We can see the sewing of the wound, so to speak, the healing of the skin and the bone. He's still somewhat groggy. He's not at 100% even with that. But he starts to come to, stands, and looks around. Where is my mace? The king cannot be without his mace. And he turns, looking back toward the cave entrance, and begins to head that direction without any other acknowledgement of what you've done.
Kind of like fuss a little bit, but I'll follow him. I'll draw my mace just in case we run into the guards I saw earlier.
Okay. Pursuing closely as he passes his stuff, he picks up pieces of his gear as he passes the stuff he threw off. You can feel the cold of the opening of the cave before you really see any change in light, but you can feel that cold air. It's so cold out. And you can see rubble now blocking some of the cave entrance. As he gets there, he climbs up and over, 1 foot over, not as if, again, doesn't really acknowledge it. It's like there it is. There's rubble. He doesn't maybe even recognize or remember that it caved in behind him. He was in such state. And as he climbs out and over, you can hear him speaking. Saltine! Wolfe,
Okay.
Where are you? And he stumbles over the rubble and out into the opening of the entrance.
Okay, well, when last we left, Wolfe, he had just eviscerated a boy through the neck, that Baalgaard dwarf. pulls it out. He drops down. He looks at Saltine and looks around at the collapse.
Mm-hmm.
Are you okay? To Saltine.
I am. The king must go home. I am wary of this adventure, and I must find Waylon the elf who's vanished. And we will assume Donnie escorts him back to Unlongus's camp, right? This is Drew's character, Drew and Donnie's character, right?
There's the dwarf yonder, and I see him crawling out of the out of the debris and the smoke.
And so, Eric, you can hear this. You might even be able to creep up over the edge of the rubble and look to see what's transpiring out there.
Yeah, I'll just kind of keep a low profile right now to see.
Okay. They appear to be, you see the two dwarves that had passed you, the two Baalgaard dwarves that had passed you, laying dead in heaps. These folks clearly had dispatched these two dwarves.
Okay. At that point, I guess you'll crawl back up over the debris and head down towards the dwarves that are sitting down there. Okay.
And Donnie takes the King Blunder under her arm and tells you to be careful, Wolfe. I'll take him back to Unlongus, and she heads down toward the village from this cat. This is like a cave. It climbs out of the village into a natural arroyo, into a mountain cave, right? Yeah. I'm sorry, what was that, Del?
Do what she says, you damn fool dwarf.
Right. I did the best Drew I could. It's not easy to do other people. Okay. You two, as you pass through their little camp and over the rise, and as you get up over the rise, you can now see glowing above, high and in distance. You now can make out these are probably lamps in buildings in a village not 75 meters from this mountain, this rise, as you've climbed this rise. Although it's still incredibly foggy, you can at least see these glows, and you know roughly what direction the village is in. As you make your way toward that village, you very quickly come upon cobblestone streets. Instantly, Korvish and Diggy, you are aware, especially Korvish, as you were in Ilpilton for a couple of days, this is much more affluent. All stone buildings, stone cobblestone streets. All the buildings are 2+ stories high. This is not the farming little rat hole that is Pilton's fishing village, right?
Okay.
Okay.
All right. And what's the name of this village again, sorry?
Unvargan.
Unvargan, okay.
And in the country of Amin, everything has a prefix Un. That's why it's Unvargan, right, in this country. The Unamin are elves, by the way, Eric. That's the name of that's the elven people in this region, right? And they are clerics. They are ruled by a priestly panel, cabinet, and a pope, right? Okay. So just so you know, right? Okay.
All right.
Place is fancy.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Every shutter is closed. The lamps you're seeing are through the edges of windows and in the upper stories. Everything's shuttered and bolted down. It appears to be anyway, but again, it's 6 o'clock at night in a bitter cold.
Right.
You might have herbal baths here.
What? Herbal baths?
Yeah.
Hardly our concern at the moment, my friend. No, we should continue onwards and try and catch up with our companions. Mm-hmm. And maybe we'll have time for your herbal baths later on. We'll see.
There is one main road, one main cobblestone street that between this valley of 2-story and 3-story homes. You can't read this. You can't read this. You may be able to speak Suulanese now that you've been on the island for a few months, but you can't read it, right? So you can see signs on these homes and boards. You can see, but you don't know what they say. As you climb, this village works its way up. So you're kind of climbing up this cobblestone into a wider courtyard, and there's a large statue, probably 3 stories high, of a dwarf, which is a bit surprising, right? Here. You can't read any of the ruins or scripture, but it is a large dwarven statue. There is a 4-story home or building behind that's rather interesting in its architecture, as all 4 of these stone blocks sit kind of cattywampus up to 4 stories high, defying anything you've seen before as far as architecture. Kind of, they look like they're almost teetering on.
Right.
Yeah. Not
And it
certain
doesn't match the rest of the architecture
it does, except for the quality of architecture. But the stone is the same quality. It's still hewn from the same stone. It's just the largest building, and it's got these strange stacking of every level, right?
Oh, okay. That's interesting.
Okay.
Don't see that every day. Very well. And no one's on the streets.
No, utterly shut up. All the shutters are. You can see, like I said, in the splits of the shutters and in some of the windows, you can see glow where there's lamps. Every fireplace is billowing smoke. Right.
Right.
Okay. So let's go to Eric and Wolfe as you two meet. Right. You're muted, Del.
Whenever Blunder and Saltine are starting to walk away, I turn around and notice the young woman. Who would you be? And I haltingly kind of bring up my sword, not knowing, cautiously.
I was hiding in the cave trying to get shelter when I saw I believe your companion come stumbling through almost dead. So I took the power of the lady and healed her. So he,
Yes, I thought the fool was almost. He should have been gone with that.
He was very close.
Running into the mouth of the cave. The dwarves in there. You say you're in. How did you hide from them?
There's a small alcove that I was able to lay low while they passed. I saw the 2 guards, and then all this transpired, and the cave collapsed.
So you haven't been deep into the cavern?
No. I was just trying to get out of this weather. Try to gain some warmth.
Okay, I kind of lower my sword and walk towards you a little bit, and stick out my hand in a gesture of peace, and these seem to be Baalgaard dwarves.
Yes.
And we fear that they're in league with a dragon that has been sent to harass the southern towns on the lake. That's where we came from. Pilton. So I needed to find out if this was real. Because the Pilton, the leader, took his people up here on some fool errand to fight with the community of Vargas south of us. Have you been there?
No. I'm been just wandering, trying to stay low and out of the way. I've been by myself, so I did not want to try to take on any larger groups.
All right.
So it's just been me right now and the lady.
This lady you refer to, who do you speak of? Do you have another friend?
That's my goddess, the lady of her last breath.
My forgiveness.
No, there's no problem. You did not know. She's got a holy symbol on her, and it just looks like it's on a piece of simple copper.
Yeah.
It's painted. It looks like a hand underwater where bubbles are passing by, and that's her symbol.
I take it. You can tell I'm glancing at it like that, and then I look at you.
Yes. She's wearing kind of beat up chainmail, beat up shield, long black straight hair, probably down to about mid back, and really white pale skin.
Okay, and I assume that you're a cleric for your goddess. You're
Yes.
obviously apt in the healing arts. I know you had to bring the dwarf back.
Yes. Not as much as I wish I could for him, but it kept him from going past the veil.
Indeed. Maybe Saltine can take him back to let. What's his name, Jason?
Blunder. Oh, Unlongus.
Umlongus.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let Unlongus know, and they can go south here. But Unlongus, he will push. He will push. But I told them that we would go in there to deal with the Baalgaard dwarves. I myself am going to do this.
And Korvish and Diggy, as you pass through the village and you get to that where the village ends and it turns now into a natural path, and then that path turns into literally an arroyo, which is then a cavernous, sharp V cut into the mountain, and eventually through the fog you can see a glow, a fire glow, and you can hear voices. You might recognize one of them.
All right.
You can't see it, but you can see the glow in the fog.
Yes.
It's a little warmer once you get into this canyon.
Right. Out of the wind. Okay, very well. Yes, come Diggy. I recognize the voice of one of my companions farther up along the way here. Let's make our way towards them.
Breaking through the fog, you have to do a double take, Del, but you remember this was the man that guarded the elf that you poured the itching powder in the first night on the island.
Oh, okay.
This is Korvish, the mountain from the mountains, so to speak, right? Yes. And you see him break through the fog in furs, although you recognize his face, and some companion following near behind. They obviously didn't bump into Donnie and Blunder on the way. Doesn't matter. They went their way back to Longbogus.
Korvish, is that you?
Yes, as I pull back my furs, and yes, it is I, my friend.
Where have you been, and who is
that is a tale for another time. But this is my companion.
Hi, I'm
here.
Diggy.
Yes, his name is Diggy.
Hello, Dickford.
Diggy.
Diggy. Yes, Korvish. I suggest that now that we've crossed paths again.
Mm-hmm.
I think we should stay together for the duration. It's rather cold.
Yes.
In numbers, especially in this. See the two Baalgaard dwarves that lay there.
Yes, I do see them.
A detachment of them have infested the cave. I don't know how deep it goes.
I see.
They've got some. Did
Unlongus?
Unlongus. Oh, I forget the name. Unlongus from Unpilton.
Uh-huh.
People up on an expedition to attack Unvargus. This is folly. This is folly. He will push until something's done about it. So I need to do something.
What proof is he looking for that will hold his hand against the people of Unvargus?
He feared, which we've come to realize is the truth, that Unvargus, the leaders of Unvargus, made a pact with the Baalgaard dwarves to furnish with treasures if they utilize their dragon to attack Unpilton. So,
well, then if that's the case, then Unlongus is correct in his plan. I fully agree then that he should attack this village.
But their numbers, they've got children with them, women. They should go back. I have to cut the head of the snake off, whether that be the Baalgaard dwarves here or the leadership in Unvargus. So yet undetermined.
I do not wish to see innocent people killed, but if these people are in cahoots with these dwarves with the dragon, then we must do what we must do.
How much time do we have before the fearless leader that's leading his people to slaughter decides that?
Well, it's about 6:45 at night. So he said in the morning he would advance. So yeah, I mean it's quite some time.
Unless we could stop the dwarves. Is that the idea?
Well, we have to come back and prove.
It's your game, gents.
Yeah,
I've been salting and Blunder back at my two comrades to tell Unlargus to head back. That we're going to deal with it.
So they're going to tell him that his fears were founded, and expect him to leave?
No.
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 So how are we going to
It's
stop?
all
How are we going
right.
to stop him?
Their fate is sealed if they march on this place. Did you not see Vargas and the
That was
Baalgaard
pretty.
reside in this area? Yes. It was pretty, admittedly, but Corvin, who is never mind. We need to cut the head of the snake off.
When you say head of the snake, are you meaning the dragon, or are you meaning the?
No, I'm not such a fool to do that.
Very well. I didn't.
The leader of these, either the leader of these.
Very well.
Who
is this? Who is this? This lady who is standing with you? Not introduce herself to us.
Oh, I'm sorry, ma'am. I didn't catch your name.
I am Delru Shah,
Del Rusha.
Nice.
priest of the last lady, the lady of the last breath.
Nice.
Rusha.
Cool.
Well,
She
I
said
am Korvish of the Chapandru Cliff Dwellers, and this is
Diggy.
yes, Diggy.
Does he carry your pack or something?
Does he carry my pack? No, but he does try to carry me occasionally. Gets very awkward.
I get this feeling Diggy's standing literally like
yeah,
right behind
right
you. His
He's like
chest
always
touching
in
your
my
back,
personal space.
It's like this. He's standing right behind you, looking over your shoulder.
Yes.
Okay.
That's now canon. I wasn't thinking that, but it is now.
Yeah. I love it.
He's attached at his hip, literally. Okay, so what do you gentlemen and ladies want to do, right? Now there is rubble.
Well,
It's clearly you can climb over this cave-in, this which was clearly a trap that had been set.
Okay.
The mouth of this cave is about 18 feet wide. However, it narrows as you climb in and over. It narrows down to about 12 feet wide. Okay, if you're get beyond.
I've stepped away and I've been circling, thanking.
Okay.
While this, I see no other recourse than to go delve into the cave and take out
Diggy turns to the side as everybody's kind of figuring out what they want to do, and he pulls the shovel from his pack and sets it on a stone and gives it a spin. And the end of the shovel points towards the cave. He picks it back up and he says, "My vote is for the cave."
Yes, thank you, Diggy. Thank you for that. Okay, yes. Yes, so yes, I agree. Let's go in farther.
Keep them quiet.
Easier said than done, my friend.
So you can probably go 3 abreast here, at least in the entrance and over the top. I mean, once you have to go over the top 1 or 2 at a time, but once you're standing beyond that, you can get 3 abreast here, right? It is dark unless you are of an elven or dwarven or halfling race. It's going to require some kind of. Well, it doesn't require. You can bang along in the dark, but.
Okay, I'm already walking over there to peer into it, and I'm moving some of the rubble out of the way.
Are you? Del? What's your character?
Let me see what he is.
Human, I believe.
Yeah, human.
Human, I'm human.
Yeah, I think
All
everybody.
human.
Okay.
Diggy, are you human?
I am also human. I will dip a torch into the campfire before we head towards the cave entrance.
Okay.
All right.
And these dwarves do have battle axes laying about, plate mail, which won't fit any of you really, but shields. So if you don't have any of that equipment, there is some stuff, and helmets. They do have helmets.
What about anything like light sources, rations?
They literally look like they were going to be on guard duty. They have no packs, no water, no rations. It looks as though they came up here solely to stand by this fire and guard this entrance. Yeah, they weren't planning on going on any adventures from here, I don't believe. Yeah.
I'm afraid that the dwarf collapsing over the tripwire may have alarmed the dwarves that are deeper.
That might have been an alarm, yeah.
How long ago did this happen?
Oh, this is like maybe 15 minutes or so.
Yeah, about 25, 30 minutes ago.
Yeah, because I'm listening down the cave, seeing if there's a rush. Because on the bottom.
And how big of an opening do we have beyond this rock fall?
About 9 feet. So once you get over that, it's 12, and then as you get narrower, it narrows to about 9 feet. Korvish, you can, if you want to, you can certainly try to detect whether this is. You're not a dwarf, but you're a mountaineer. Whether this is natural or partially hewn, if you want to.
Yes, I will. Yep.
So make a wisdom or intelligence check. Entirely up to you, sir. Rolling under. Equal to or under. Yep.
Okay. I'm going to go with intelligence. Yeah. 5. Yep.
So this is clearly natural, this crack in the earth. Okay? As you move through it, you've seen enough mountains, you've done enough climbing. This has not been hewn with axe or a hammer, right? This is all fairly natural, looks like. Yeah. The floors are stone. It's almost like you're climbing through a granite crack in the earth. All right. I mean, as you climb up, over, down, and in, it's stone floors, stone walls, like you're in a crack in a mountain.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right. I'll pass that information on to my companions, and
you can go about 2 wide here if you want to. So if you're going on further, who's leading?
Get a bad feeling about this.
What's your guys' classes, by the way? So I'm assuming.
Okay. Delrusha is a cleric.
Right.
Yes.
Okay. I'm a fighter.
You're a fighter. Okay.
You're a fighter?
Me?
Kevin?
No, I'm a magic user.
Oh,
What?
we got the whole party. That's pretty cool.
Oh my gosh, really? You're a magic user. Okay. What did I do?
Wow.
No,
Dell's
definitely not a fighter.
And Dell's a thief.
Dell is a thief.
Oh, thief. Okay.
So we got all 4 represented. That's pretty cool.
The Trinity.
Yeah.
What's Donnie?
She's a thief.
And
Drew's a dwarf fighter.
He's a dwarf.
Right.
And
Okay.
actually, in this, it's just dwarf, I think.
yeah,
All
just
right.
dwarf. Yeah.
Well, I will take up the lead, I guess. If anyone wants to join me.
I will stay directly behind him, holding the torch over, being helpful, not creepy, just helpful with the torch.
Okay. It's still creepy. It's still creepy. I'm just kidding you. All right.
Is anybody beside him, or are you all behind Korvish? Where are you at?
I want to go.
Delaroche? Is that it?
Elrusha?
Delaroche?
Oh, Del Rusha.
Delrusha. Okay, Delrusha.
Elrusha.
She'll walk beside the lead fighter.
Okay.
Shield up, mace in hand.
Yeah, nice. Okay. Outstanding.
Right.
And the thief, obviously trailing Diggy, who's got the torch.
Trailing Diggy. I was thinking about scouting ahead.
Oh,
Blundering.
in the dark. Okay,
I know.
not a problem if you want to do that. How far do you want to go? You just want to go as far as you can?
Yeah, I want to stay ahead of them a little way, enough to get out from their sound, even though I know it's a tunnel, to be able to hear something further and go back.
Okay.
And feel for more tripwires.
Okay. So you just want to travel until you don't hear them, or right? You can see their light in the distance. You can hear just a little bit of their boots on stone and their moving of armor, etc. But it's pretty light. It's so dark, though. You literally, I mean, this is black. Not as cold, right? As you travel into this mountain, you hear. Let's make a check on this. Let's do a 1d6, 1 or 2, sir, to see if you can pick this up. Whoa, nice. You hear clanging. As you lean into the darkness, you now realize it's multiple clangs, like, clang, 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 clang. It sounds like
Dwarven hammers.
something like that. Yeah, like tool on stone, maybe.
Yeah, echoing up through further down the chamber.
Yep.
It seems a little ways off. I'm going to. I haven't reached any kind of fork yet, have I?
No. As you travel, are you all following him? You're not catching him up. Is that
We'll
right?
keep him distant.
Yeah.
That way we're not interfering with whatever he's trying to do.
As you grope along in the dark, you feel air pass through at times as your hands. I mean, I don't know if you're going along a wall. Are you trying to stay to one wall or another, or is there any particular? Are you just right down the middle of this blackness?
Oh, you did say it was 9 foot wide, right?
Right.
Yeah. And no, I'm more feeling for more tripwires. I'm going real kind of slowly.
Okay.
You know,
Yeah.
with
on this stone, slowly you travel on. It takes you a while though, right? You can actually see their light. You can hear them a little louder. They're almost catching you up. You're going so slow.
Yeah.
You travel about 75 feet, and just before you're in the dark, you feel your hands hit something in the darkness, and as you grope and feel, it feels like a stone block, stone door, something.
Okay.
As you drag your hands down, you feel 4 stone pieces, but you really can't see. It's so dark. I mean, it's utterly dark.
Do dwarves in this setting have night vision or dark vision? Sorry, are they?
Yeah, they can see. I'm pretty sure 60 feet.
Yeah.
I'm almost
Cheating dwarves.
Yeah.
Both elves and dwarves, I believe, have dark vision. It's called, but.
Okay, because I didn't see that on the dwarf, so I wasn't sure if that was a thing.
Now the sounds are beyond this door, right?
Yes, but you're not really hearing them through this stone. You hear them echoing through these areas where you felt cold air rush into this. Again, it's like it's a mountain crack, probably other cracks in the mountain, and so you can hear it. You might have heard it louder as you passed some of these cracks. You might have felt over and felt the empty hole there and cold air, but too narrow to, I mean, you could touch both sides of a crack with your hands, too thin to climb through, but they echoed louder through those cracks. At the stone door, it's muffled. If anything, that doesn't mean it's not on that side, but that's not where you're hearing it from, through this door.
Okay, I'm gonna stand there and wait for them.
As we're passing by and we have light, do we see these same holes that he saw?
Yes, they're literally fissures in this rock, in this granite rock. A couple on the left are almost big enough passageways. You could almost sideways through on the left-hand side of the passage on your way down to see your friend Wolfe standing at a large stone block. It looks to be a door. There are 4 stone knobs on it with runes.
Now these fissures, are we seeing any type of light or anything like leak through them?
Totally dark, and cold air, fresh cold air blows. It's kind of refreshing as you travel through it. Right.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And no light, and you do hear the dinging, ding, 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 right, echoing as well.
And how big is this door?
It's about 8 feet. It's narrowed to about 8 feet. This passage, and it's literally flush to the edges. It's stone. It's got four knobs or buttons. They all have 1 rune on them each. 1 faces to the right.
Right.
1 is down. This is reading left to right. 1 is facing left, and the last one is pointing up.
Oh, they're in a row.
Yes, they're lined up,
Okay.
reading left to right. 4 different
All right.
knobs.
So the first one on the left is pointing to the left.
Yeah, no, it's headed. It's pointed. No, I'm mirrored here, so I'm not certain which direction you guys see this, but right. This one goes right, then down, then left, then the last one is up.
Clockwise. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, kinda. Yeah.
Right. Except for the 15 around.
Mm-hmm.
Left, down, right, up.
Yes.
Okay.
I thought it was right, down, left, up.
Yeah. It's right,
Down, left, up.
left. I'm sorry, got it turned the right.
Right.
Down, left, up. So clockwise.
Okay, but it's all mirrored. Okay.
Yes. Sorry, guys. I don't know how to change it on my computer. If you can't read that, can you read that?
Yeah.
I can read
So
that.
it's not mirrored. Okay. All right.
Oh.
I thought it was mirrored. Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
All right. Bring the torch closer and keep the fool quiet.
Fool.
Can't you hear them? They're at work deep in this mountain.
Diggy has lost all attention of sounds or even the party. Really, he sees this as a puzzle in front of him, and Diggy loves puzzles, and he's sitting there just in deep thought trying to figure it out. Is there anything from? He's got 16 intelligence. If he stares at this for a little while, is there anything that might come to him in terms of?
Yes. Well, without a roll, clearly these probably as you maybe fiddle with them and you can feel they move. You can discern they have to be in some kind of pattern to probably release and open this door.
Why they're trying to figure this out? Dell's going to be having her back towards them, looking back down, so that way we won't
watching
be surprised.
from behind.
Yes,
You got it.
Yeah. So Diggy's sitting here and he's playing. He feels that there's some give to them, and you can see the wheels in his head moving as his eyes kind of dart around. He's looking up and he's trying to calculate how many different ways this could go. He's also looking to see if any of these are worn to where that they're not always fully spun. Maybe they only get spun part way, and seeing if there's any wear marks on the stones to indicate.
You have a torch. You're not a dwarf. You know what? We'll have to make a roll for that one.
Okay.
Let's do that same intelligence and below to see with the torch if you can maybe pick up some pattern. Hey, Diggy.
Yeah, there's the one who created Diggy. All right. So does my +1 in intelligence act as a -1 when I'm doing the roll against it?
Yes.
Okay.
Or you can add it to your intelligence 17 and below.
Right. Okay. Yeah. I rolled below.
Okay. There is indeed a pattern that you can tell all of them are worn in such a way that they must turn to the right. They all must flip right.
Okay. I don't know what everybody else is doing. Are you guys just letting me play with the door haphazardly?
I was actually down there feeling it when y'all came up with the torch. So when you sat down beside me,
are you literally turning these?
No, I'm just kind of I'm seeing if they have any give, and trying to look to see if there was wear marks. And I
kind of squashed your hand away. Don't turn that; it could be dangerous. It could be a trap. I'm listening to trying to detect the trap or looking around for any kind of.
Okay, sir, make a roll. I believe you're level 3 thief, so you're 1 to 2 for detect.
Yeah. Another one.
Jeez.
Indeed, as you feel along the stone, you feel a hole above every one. Your experience tells you there's probably something, darts. Something comes through those holes, probably.
Stick your fingers in all of them.
See, look here. Look here. Get to the sides, everyone.
Okay.
Step back.
I'll say perhaps we should reverse the order.
I'll mention to them that how I saw the grind marks, and that I think they all have to turn to the right.
In terms of right, you say?
Yeah, turn each to the right. One position.
You're going to turn each to the right, one position.
Is what my recommendation is, as I crowd up against the wall.
Is that what your shovel says? And then I reach over and I put my hand around it and start turning it. And I want to reverse that whole sequence, going backwards to forward, and stay out of the paths of.
You're going to work backward, right?
No, I'm just going from left to right, but I'm reversing the.
What they were originally, their different position.
Okay.
So up, down, or up.
Okay, so you reverse the far right one first or the left one first? Which way are you going?
Left one.
Okay, you're gonna start left to right. Okay, so you flip that one opposite side, pointing left. You flip the down one up. You flip
every
the right
time I'm waiting
left.
for something. I'm listening for.
Oh no, yeah, right, nothing yet. And then you flip the up one down On that flip, make a roll for me, 1 to 2 on your thieves skills.
Dang it, 6.
You got a 6. Okay. So as you flip that one down, you hear the darts shoot out down the hall into the darkness.
Okay.
Okay.
I told you only one turn.
Oh, we just tripped it. One turn.
One turn. So it should be up, pointing to the right, down, pointing to the left.
Okay, so the first one you're pointing which direction?
I'm kind of shouting from the side. I'm like, no, you went too far. Back them up. So starting from the left, I'm saying the position should be up,
okay,
right, down, left.
Okay, I started following in that sequence.
Okay, on the last one, make a 1 die 2 roll for me.
A 1.
Okay, so as you start to turn that last one, you can feel that's in the right. You can feel it's actually snugly in the right spot. The last one.
Okay.
Right. And nothing shot out as you reach before you turn it. You can feel this. This feels like it's in the right spot. That last one.
Okay. Yeah, that one's set. The other's not so much.
And Shaw, you hear probably 40 feet back on your right now. Some noise on the right side of that cavern, the way you came. Sounds like boots on stone, or maybe a clank and a bang.
Ooh, she'll kneel down. She'll bring her shield up to kind of shield it from the light, so she can kind of get it. But then I'll be kind of going, "Hey, we got someone coming! Got someone coming!"
Oh, I'll draw my hand axe. No, I'll draw my spear.
Okay.
Have my shield ready. Jason, I just got to step out for a minute.
Yep.
I'll back right. Okay.
Okay.
Go on that way. Okay. Come on.
Do you need to, Kevin, as well?
Not yet. No, I'm still good.
Okay. Because I know you said you needed at 8 to do something, maybe. Okay.
Yeah, it depends whenever the little guy goes up to bed. That's all. When Diggy's creator goes up, I gotta go up and say goodbye.
Diggy's creator, love it. So he's drawing his spear. You heard this, Diggy. You heard him say this, that something's out there, right?
Yeah, I'm going to trust those that have armor and weapons to handle that. And I'm focusing solely on the puzzle in front of us.
Okay.
And trying to see how.
And Wolfe, your hands on that. You go, hey, I think this is set. And then
I'm looking at my shoulder and I'm looking back at Diggy.
Mm-hmm.
That one's set. The others. We need to. And I start turning it. Okay, I'm going backwards now. Like 3, 2.
Putting them all back to where they were.
No, I'm just turning the third one. Asking you where,
Okay, so you're just going to twist it until you think it falls into place?
Yeah, I mean, I'll stop. If it stop, does it automatically stop in the original default?
It stops wherever you set it, wherever direction you set it, right? But the one on the end, obviously, it's sunk in or attached. Again, you were aware that, hey, that's locked in.
Yeah.
You could pull it and move it, but it is, yeah.
Yeah.
Why don't you do with the next 3? Do the same thing. Start at the first one turn, second one turn, and see if that locks in the third one when you bring that next turn.
Yeah, so he keeps slowly turning them to the right.
Okay. Starting with the left one?
Yeah, from the very first thing, and then go down to 3, and not even leaving the fourth one alone.
Okay. As you turn that first one, turn slowly, feeling carefully. When it comes all the way around back to the top position, you feel it snuggle in.
Yes.
The second one, as you turn slowly. Meanwhile, you guys now can hear plainly something headed on the stone in the same cavern with you, but it's headed. It sounds like it's headed away from you.
They may be heading towards the cave, to the cave entrance where the collapse is, thinking that their trap took out whatever was trying to come through.
And it sounded like it was just one thing, one set of boots. Right?
Could have been a scout.
I just breathed a sigh of relief,
Okay.
but he had to come through a side
and you turn this until it's pointing down, and you feel it settle and snug in.
Okay.
And then to the last one, you turn and really just one notch up until it's pointing up, and you feel it settle in, and you feel the door, jar and rattle, and then you can see that the door is moved, it's shifted, but it doesn't like fold open magically. You can feel the door kind of
unlatch.
Almost like it drops and sets.
I slap him Wolfe right on the back as I see that small movement. I'm like, you've got it. Good job.
Okay, I'm like, stop. Inside. And then I start to see if I can put pressure on it and just swing it out.
Yeah, it's heavy. It's now you can either make a strength check or two of you can give
I'm looking at Diggy, yeah.
Oh yeah, I'll help right along with trying to push the door open.
Okay. So two of you together grind. You can feel it grind and slide, and as you do, you can hear stone on stone. You can see where the door has left marks where it's been pushed and pulled open before, and you slide it back. Now you can hear plainly the hammering and the banging echoing through this huge cavern. The stone back far enough you can squeeze through one at a time, or you can try to push it all the way back. It's up to you.
I find it strange that they have not been made aware of our presence.
Well, they did hear somebody moving toward the cave entrance. That noise you heard was somebody heading away from you. Yes. They just didn't come this way. They went that way. So somebody certainly was headed that way. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yep.
By the way, was this? I assume this door has been here for a very long time. Like, this doesn't look like it's a recent addition.
Considering Korvish recognized that this was not hewn, this door is. Once you step inside, you can see now that you're in a hewn underground cavern. That this was like where they clearly put this door, this mechanism, this locked door, keeping the natural entrance away from the rest of it. So on this side of the door, natural. Immediately inside the door, this is dwarf make. If Blunder was here, he would be thrilled. If Blunder was
anybody got any spikes?
I'm sorry?
I said, anybody have any spikes?
Yes, I have spikes.
I have spikes.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
And a hammer.
Yes.
Yeah, you know what to do. And then I'm slinking in further, trying to.
Okay. You actually see in the distance light sources. Probably, though, about 80 feet, you can see little dots of light in distance. You're hearing, again, the clanging.
Is there a rhythm to this clanging that I can try and match
Yeah,
hammer in?
Like there's multiple people banging away, yes.
Okay, so I'm just going to try and focus on one cadence and try and match that as I spike the door so it can't close on us.
I want to count the lights and the tinging sounds.
You think from here you can pick up looks like one or two on this side of you and one or two on this side of you. At that distance, it's hard to say how wide. They look almost like they're closer together, but again, that would be distance, right? Focal point.
Yeah.
Should I put out my torch?
Yeah, I would definitely cloak it behind your shield or something. The
shield. I cloak it behind.
Hide it underneath your robe.
No, I just I resume my position behind Korvish.
Yeah.
And
hold the torch behind him.
Great, I'm backlit. Thank you. Will you stop that, please?
Now we're looking down here. Is it a straight path or is it a cavernous area? How does it look?
It sounds through here. It echoes pretty narrow. It sounds like the acoustics are about as narrow as what you came through, right? And it looks to be, you think, about 75 feet ahead are these lights.
All right.
Okay.
You can still go two abreast. I mean, it's wide enough, about 9 feet.
Maybe you should scout ahead, White Wolf.
Aye. Okay. I've got a crossbow, so I want to get a little bit ahead of them,
Okay.
and I'm going to put the bolt in there and
Okay.
crank it in cadence with the hammering.
Uh,
No, you know what I mean.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. You moving quickly? You moving quietly? Is there any particular game here?
Well, I mean, if I'm masked by the hammering anyway, so I'm not really overly cautious.
Yeah. As you move, you hear it's again the echoes change. It's pretty loud. You get the feeling they're not going to hear you stomping around, right? I mean, you can start to tell the echoing in acoustics here. It opens at about 75 feet. You pass the 4 torches. As you get close to these, you see there's 4 on either side. It opens into a large cavern. You can see just looking into this cavern, you can see tents. You can see dwarves mingling around. You can see they are armored, but they're not in the Baalgaard plate. They're in armor. I mean, they're clearly organized, but they're not sporting the traditional Baalgaard black armor with the black helm and the black plate and the black shields. They're organized. They are in, it appears from here, leather armor, maybe chain armor, some with shields, some with axes. They are. This almost looks like their little camp area. You can actually see some on the horizon across the cavern, and these is lit, by the way. There are torches on posts. There are lamps. There are fires. You can see in the roof. You can hear the wind, and you can see that they got airflow. So this mountainous cavern has some kind of opening or airflow that out to the, but it's you can't see it from here. It's steep, but there is oxygen, right? What's that?
Yeah. Take a small stone and throw it back down the path to where I'm at.
Okay.
Far enough that it'll hopefully roll in front of them.
Yeah. So you guys obviously here on this stone-hewn floor, the bouncing rock comes to your feet, Korvish.
I hadn't worked out what that signal meant.
They're throwing rocks.
Throw it back.
I don't hear a scream, so I'm going to assume that all is well and we can move forward.
Well, you can see him. I mean, you can see him at the end of the tunnel, standing among those 4 torches, right? You can see his silhouette, right?
All right, so I'll motion.
Yeah. So as you approach, you can hear again louder, and you can see it starts to open up. You can see the 4 torches. He's huddled against the wall, looking into this cavern. Again, as you all approach, you see the same things. Korvish, you notice this cavern is not hewn. This is natural. So some of this has been hewn, and some of this is they took advantage of some natural caves, and they've fashioned some dwarves at some point fashioned some kind of they tried to make something out of these natural caves. You can see this is probably 50 to 60 feet wide. It's probably 80 or 90 feet across. You count up here about 12 of these dwarves mingling. There's hammering echoing through this whole area. You can see dwarves as they go, their heads disappear on the other side of the cavern. They disappear down, and then their heads will come back up. You can discern from that there must be some kind of stairs down into, or a slope down.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
They appear to be at ease. They're not. They don't appear to be. I mean, this appears to be guys off duty, maybe at the camp.
Okay.
So
now, is it getting warmer in here because the forges, all this hammering going on, or
it's warmer than the cave was. Certainly, yeah. Also, you don't see any mining equipment here. You're not spotting any kind of mining axes or pikes. No barrels or baskets of ore. There's nothing up here in this cavern that appears to be mining.
They seem to be off duty, but is there any of them in particular that looks to be more of the leader?
No, they all appear to be. They all appear to be just dwarves, but they are all dwarves. There's no humans. There's no
Are they currently armed? Like you said, they were in leather armor, but are they carrying around their weapons with them?
Yeah,
or are they
some
all
do. Some have a sword on their hip. Some don't. You can see where some are laying down, sleeping. Some are sitting at fires, eating. There are some you assume in the tents maybe. Again, you count about 12 active right now, moving about.
Is there any of them that are kind of separated off? Is there a weak one separated away from the herd for a moment? Like, do we see one having gotten away from anywhere?
Yeah, I mean, you could probably isolate one. Yeah.
Charming.
I know what you're thinking. We take down one and then ask him where he knows.
Yeah,
I was thinking of making a new friend.
No, Diggy.
You may have to grab his ass. Whoa, where are you going, Diggy?
Where you going?
So
Remember, Diggy, looky, don't touchy.
these aren't the Baalgaard dwarves. These possibly are the dwarves from the town.
Do you think they're the clan? Are they? No, the main guys in the plate mail we saw, they've got symbols of their clan all over the place, right?
Yeah.
Do these guys look like they have that same symbol?
No.
No.
There is no evidence that there's Baalgaard among these guys.
They look like Blunder's followers.
Yeah.
Is there one within about 120 feet of me anywhere?
The cavern's not even that big. It's about 90 feet long, about 50 feet wide. Yeah. Let's make a roll. Let's see. Let's see if the gods. Ooh, yeah. There is one banging around at a fire pit. He looks like he's attempting to build a little fire by a tent there, a lone tent. It's probably 35, 40 feet from you, from this opening.
Okay.
Because remember, your guys are at an opening that opens into the cavern, right? And there's 4 torches that light this opening, right?
I suggest we kind of be like on either side of the doorway, not stand in the middle, because it's like, hey, here we are, shoot us.
You guys cast shadows into the right.
So
I'm backlit. Remember?
Yeah. As I hand the torch to Korvish, so he's no longer backlit, and he can hide it however he wishes. And
Put it out.
Yeah. Okay.
Diggy pulls his shovel out of the pack and just rubs the end of it as he says a couple of words low under his voice, and he casts Charm Person on this dwarf that's trying to build the fire.
Nice. Okay. What I want you to do. They get a save for that, I believe, right? Let me double check. I'm almost certain they do. Not like sleep, they don't, but charm, I believe they do.
Yeah, sleep.
I have to look because every game's a little different.
Charm Person. If the spell succeeds, saving throw allowed.
If the spell succeeds, of course it
succeeds.
So
no, it succeeds meaning if they fail their saving throw. So.
Right. So what I want you to do is make that roll. Let's have you roll your d20 to see basically if they make their saving throw, right?
All right, let's see. They roll a 16.
Ooh, that may do it for them, right? They save at fighter. Okay, let me look. I have the chart here. Save versus spell. Fighter. Okay. So you've cast this spell. He appears to be, he's now flint's out, sparks the fire.
Okay, I would have no idea whether or not he's resistant that or not, right?
Yep.
So
he didn't appear to notice anything. He sparks his fire. He's getting out something. Something looks like he's going to cook up. He's got pots and pans.
So I'm going to assume that succeeded. I'm going to psst, come here.
You see him stand up. He puts it down and he looks over in your direction and starts walking toward you.
And so I just kind of like stick my hand around the corner. I'm like, gesture with my hand this way.
He comes around. Yes. What do you need?
Okay, I'll flip up right behind him with a knife to his throat. Okay.
Ooh, now that might break the spell.
Yeah, I'm like, he's my friend. Relax.
Okay. Yeah, he breathes. Yes. Why the knife?
Sorry, he's very uptight. He's a very uptight.
Okay, I kind of removed the knife or whatever, and
I go.
thought you were
I'm
somebody
Diggy,
else.
and I wave.
Yes, I know who you are.
And we were coming down here, and we're just trying to. Can you remind me again? What is it that we're doing down here? What's going on?
Mining ore. You should know that, Diggy.
I know. I mean, I have my shovel with me, you see, but I don't see any mining equipment. Where is the mine entrance?
Oh, well, it's in the mine below us.
Oh, how many of us are here today? How many showed up for shift?
Oh, we've always had many. But the slaves, we keep the slaves working round the clock. So we need many.
As we should. Yeah, as we should.
Maul is becoming impatient. Yeah, he wants his ore.
Where is Maul today?
Maul is above us in the great hall.
And for the slaves, do we have many guarding them, supervising them, making sure that they're doing their work?
That is what we do.
So okay, but we don't have anybody like on guard, standing watch at the moment. Everybody seems pretty relaxed at the moment.
Here, well, we are off duty. There are plenty of guards below guarding the slaves as they work. You can't trust slaves. You know that, Diggy.
I know. But, I mean, who really can you trust?
Well, you can't trust the Baalgaard, I'll tell you that.
That is true. We saw some of their kind earlier. Did you hear the cave in?
That's not Baalgaard.
They were wearing the equipment. They had the false flag.
Yes.
False flag.
Nobody messes with the Baalgaard. While we build our fortune for Maul, we will take the Baalgaard when time suits.
We get
Diggy,
the
you
ore.
know this. You know all
Yes.
of this, Diggy.
It's genius. We get the ore, we get the prize, and they fear the dragon.
Mm-hmm. Dragon, yes.
Well,
dragons. You mean Maul? You talking about Maul and the pups, the babies?
Yes, of course. How many babies does he have now?
6.
6 babies. Oh, blessed
This is
be
why
him.
Maul is very, very much in need of speed.
Yes. So, what is your plan for the rest of the day? When do you go on shift?
Oh, I'm going to eat and go to bed. I just got off shift.
Okay. And can you remind me, because it's been a while, my memory is fading. Which way, if we were to go on shift and we wanted to get down to the mine, which direction would we go again?
He points down the stairs.
And
I'm assuming you're all watching the other dwarves mingling around,
yeah.
right? Yeah, nobody seems to notice he's over here talking to a wall.
Is there a more discreet way to get down? Is there anything through some of the fissures that we've seen here, or any other? If we don't want to disturb the other folks that are off duty, we don't want to.
I know nothing of that. We move around freely, as this is our domain. We don't need to move discreetly. We fear no one here.
You fear no one there, yeah. Is there anybody else other than slaves, of course, and mighty dwarves like yourselves? Is there any other? Is there any humans or elves amongst you down here at all?
Just the slaves,
Just
especially
the slaves?
elves.
Yeah.
The Unamine. We are here. Eventually, all the Unamine will be our slaves.
The Unamine are just inferior. I completely understand.
Diggy, you are so smart.
I am. Well, I won't keep you from your fire. But I appreciate the chat. He reaches out to shake his hand, and
yes, he takes it and it kind of bows. Always at your beck. Your needs and your beck and order, Diggy. And he turns around as you've released him, and he'll not from the spell, but from duty, and he'll walk off back to making his food, whatever it is.
And I'm going to keep that spell active on him until we decide to get far enough where I can't, or if I have to do something else. But for the time being,
how long will that last?
it lasts indefinitely until I drop it.
Yeah, or 120 feet range.
Yeah, it's 120 feet range, or if I attack, I think it drops as well.
Yeah. Until dispelled, 120 feet. So once you get beyond this cavern, it might go. But
yeah,
you have to dispel it, which is pretty cool.
Okay, are there any timbers holding up anything here to potentially?
This is all stone. This is
Okay.
all. You're on the inside, as opposed to the outside of a mountain. You're on a stone granite inside of some stone. Right.
I move back away from where I was previously, back behind Korvish, and say, I hope that was helpful. Did you get anything of use?
Yes, indeed.
Oh. We now know the name of the dragon. We know that there's 6 young ones.
More importantly, we know that this town is not controlled by those who the other town's leader. Sorry, I've forgotten his name.
Lungus.
Lungus.
Yes. So, would we be able to take that information back to him, and that would that stay his hand from attacking?
Or maybe go back and tell the town as well that they're being duped. Maybe both towns, they know that they're duped, will join forces, and we can solve this whole feud if they combine forces.
Now, explain to me how this town is being duped. Baalgaard.
This town thought that they were working with the dwarves in black, right? And these guys are just faking being the dwarves in black. They're not really them. They're a different group.
Ah.
So the city thinks they're working with the super powerful all black dwarves, but they're not. And the folks that have like 5 people left in their town thought that they were working with their grievance is still valid, but if we tell them that no, it's not, it's these other groups, maybe we can, the enemy of my enemy type thing.
It still doesn't solve the problem. The dragons are still being used. Or are these?
Diggy nervously touches his shovel and says, I am in no position to take on a dragon.
No, as are the rest of us, yes.
But
the dragon would move on if we take care of the problem.
Maybe we can inform the fancy town. They may give us fancy gifts like a nice warm herbal bath.
Suddenly you guys hear all the banging slowly stops. And none of the dwarves moving around, cooking, getting ready for bed, none of them are fazed by this slowly. They slow and they stop. None of these dwarves blink at it, right? So you get the sense that it may be normal.
The slaves have taken their break or something.
Yeah, I'm going to slip down there in a minute.
But suddenly, I mean, you can hear better, right? I mean, noise travels. You can hear these dwarves talking. It echoes through the cavern. So you're certainly aware now that it's,
Yeah, I'm taking my dagger out. Y'all see me do that.
Mm-hmm.
What more information can we get from here that will help us? We already know that this is not the Baalgaard dwarves. So Lungus is not the threat that he thinks it is here.
Yeah, Diggy, being the incredibly personable person, goes, if we can get the leaders of these 2 towns together, we can solve this. We can solve all of this. Let's go back and we bring him into town. We find the leader of this town. Lay out all the cards and solve the whole problem.
Mm.
I have faith that if they know the facts, they will unite. Plus, we're dealing with 7 dragons potentially.
Yes,
that's true.
Yes.
Okay, I've been holding my knife or whatever, and kind of creeping out a little bit in front of y'all, and I'm sitting there waiting, and I'm just waiting until they go to sleep.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
About.
He said he's going to bed, so if they're all going to take a little nightcap, I'm going to work my way around.
Okay.
And do what? No.
It's. I mean, right now they're still quiet. There's no banging or hammering.
Mm-hmm.
And you see some of them are laying down to sleep. Some are obviously getting ready to. Right. They're still eating and cooking. I mean, it's not. You've only been talking for a few minutes, of course, right?
Korvish, don't be foolish.
Yes, I think we should get both villages to unite against this common foe. That's what I think.
There is strength in numbers, and currently they have the numbers.
The numbers, and I flash a look at you. Did you not see the numbers strewn by the lake? More than half the village is gone,
And the other half will follow if we do nothing but march in here.
Yes.
Right now, they don't, except for the collapse, and that could have anything could have set that off. They don't know we were here. If you kill all these men right now, they'll up their security. There's no way we'll get back in here.
That's right.
And we
Whereas
now,
if we go back, we might be able to bring a larger force back.
My new friends, you'll get your revenge, but it may have to wait.
Mm-hmm.
Think this through.
Not rush. I agree with you. I agree.
one dagger or many swords. Which would you prefer to bring?
And they may have alternatives on how to handle this besides just bloodshed.
Indeed. Indeed.
Okay.
I know it's frustrating, but
You see Wolfe bow his head a little bit, or slump down.
let the lady clear your head. Just think.
Okay. He breathes a little bit in size and slinks back and like right behind y'all, and it turns and starts walking down the corridor out.
Okay. You hear a horn echo through, and then you hear slowly the clattering of hammers on stone again, and before long it's cacophonous as they're
Probably
all
give them
back.
like a break or their meal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Most of these dwarves now have settled down for the night, so Wolfe begrudgingly leaves potential victims as he heads down the cavern. You all fall in behind?
Yes.
Okay.
I am.
Yeah, are we going? We should unpin the door, right?
Oh yeah.
Make it set everything back
I don't
as
want them
much
to
as
know that
possible.
we were here.
Yeah, a leave no trace type exit.
Exactly.
So remember that combination. Let's say over my
So
shoulder.
it takes you about another 15 minutes, carefully making sure you put back the door, reset take the pins out. When you come back to the cave entrance and you peek over the rubble, you see somebody has taken those two dwarves, drug them over, and somebody's looted these two dwarves and taken some things, right? As you come over the top of this.
Yeah.
Okay.
We should also take some stuff back for proof.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, you could take helmet has again they wear black. They have a mark. They have the marking of the Dragon Ball curled like it's all like a raised, etched into the metal helm, raised marking, or a shield with a marking or something, right? Yeah.
Now do the dwarves, do they have a brand or a tattoo or something to designate their
They
their
may
clans?
now as you pull back furs and clothes and dig, you find they don't appear to have markings. However, you were also told they weren't real Baalgaard, right? So
Yeah.
real Baalgaard may, but clearly this gear is Baalgaard gear. Well, again, I don't know how many of you have ever really met a Baalgaard, but you know enough, right?
Do we know where the Baalgaard normally reside? Like, are they a big enough force?
Yeah, they're the third largest kingdom. So we got the Suulans, which is the human kingdom. We have the Unamine, which is the elven kingdom, and then we have the Baalgaard, which is the third. So the whole island is really divided into thirds. The Baalgaard, and they are let me just tell you, they're at Mount Baal. I believe it's Mount Provort is the mountain they reside in. There's the whole island. Mount Provort is over here.
Yeah.
Comparatively,
The Kingdom of Suul is up here, and the Unamine is down here, right?
how big is this island?
It's much larger than this as far as gameplay. You can go forever, right? But yeah, so it's huge, right? It's pretty huge, right? Yeah.
Okay, I'm just making sure that we can't just walk across it in one day.
No, God, no. That's the other reason this was so strange. The Baalgaard this far away from their home, and remember, the Baalgaard have been in a war with the humans for 200 years. They're in a war of attrition with the Suulans, so they have not been. That's why this was so strange, right? For the ball to be here, interfere in the Unamine territory, something must really been something valuable must have been here. But it turns out these may not be the ball, right? So
Yeah.
But that's one reason this would have been a problem, right?
Sounds like they're just trying to point fingers at another clan so that they can lay low and get away with whatever they're trying
And
to do.
all the dwarves, for the most part, there are other dwarf clans that revere other dragons. So, again, you're right on there. The Baalgaard are just the most powerful and the most successful, right?
Diggy will turn to the rest of the party as we've gotten out and ask.
And it's cold. I mean, that cold hits you, and you're immediately reminded. Oh, yeah, right.
I hate the cold.
So Diggy will ask, should we attempt to find the leadership of the dwarven village, which may be in that really crazy building that we had seen?
Yes, I think
or
so.
should we head back to the folks that we have waiting on us till the morning?
Well, how much time do we have?
Yeah, how much time do we spend in the cave?
It's God, I'd say maybe an hour tops. So let's say it's about 7:45, 8 p.m.
Yeah, so we should find the leadership then of the dwarven town, because we have time with the other group.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
So as you make your way through this little arroyo and cavern, and the wind hits you as you come out, again, you won't have to make exposure checks until you've been out in this for a while. Down back till the cobblestone, till you step on the cobblestone, and very short, 25, 30 feet, as you can see the looming statue of the dwarf. Everybody make an intelligence or wisdom check for me, whatever you want to roll, either one. Next to this 4-story interesting building.
I got a 5 in my intelligence check.
Okay.
So if I'm rolling under, that's a
Yes,
4.
everybody was rolling under.
I got an 8 for wisdom.
Okay. All right. Everybody got it, huh? All of you immediately, as you come out of this cold and this dense fog, and you see the statue, and you're looking at this you look back, and you realize this statue looks a whole lot like those dwarves that you just left, right? They're garbed in similar garb, right? They got a similar build and stature to them. It's clear that whoever's in that cavern, this statue is erected to them.
Yeah.
Now, this statue, I mean, does it look fairly new?
No.
Old?
No. It's probably been here forever.
Okay.
Now you don't know this, but Dell's character would. Remember, Blunder went into one of these homes last session and talked to the people. This is a dwarven village, but they're not known as a dwarven clan. So they maybe have been here forever, but nobody's ever knew that these guys were a dwarven clan. They were just a dwarven village. So something's amiss, right? So Wolfe would know this because Blunder told him. These are dwarves that live in this beautiful little village.
Yes.
So we're thinking now that these dwarves are actually the dwarves that are in the cavern digging and
This
pretending to be
statue's carved
Baalgaard.
up like them, has the same build they do. Same.
Where would they be getting their slaves from? Or were they getting their slaves from the other town that's coming to attack them?
It's a great question. Well, your village has never had anybody go missing, well, except Wellen. On your way out of town, the tavern wench did tell Dell and Donnie that Wellen, the blacksmith, had gone missing.
Yeah. That's why I was irritable in there, because they're harvesting slaves from all the surrounding areas. It's what I'm thinking.
All right.
They're working that mountain.
So maybe going to the leadership here isn't such a great idea.
No, but cutting its throat.
Well, why would they bother? Why would they bother pretending to be the Baalgaard if
Reputation? Just to get everybody jittery?
But I mean, the other town already fights with them once a year, so like it's not like they're trying to.
They fight with what they know as the Unvargus village. They don't necessarily know them as anything else.
Right. But if they're gonna if were they trying to scare them into not engaging them in a fight?
Well, yeah. In the first session, a dragon, the Baalgaard dragon, or they thought was Baalgaard, attacked the village of Boonpilton and burned the crops. And so that's why they think it's Baalgaard, right? And that's what Unlongus has been told by somebody.
By who? Who told him that? Do we know?
Well, he said a friend passing through whispered in his ear that this village had made a pact with the Baalgaard. That's why that dragon decimated their crops. And that was you guys walked in on that in session 1, the burning crops, the burning storage. That was the dragon attack. Right?
Can anyone read this damnable language? And I'm pointing toward the runes.
Is anybody Is anybody else? Again, we didn't talk about. Are you a native, Delishaw? Are you a
No,
native?
no,
You're not from here. Okay, so everybody's
no.
an outcast. Everybody's an outcast, right? Okay.
I was led here by the lady to serve a higher purpose.
Okay. So yeah, the only people who would be able to read it would have been Drew could because he was a native of Suul of the island, right?
Yeah, but he wouldn't get himself. No, I'm looking for that 4-story building.
You're right there. I mean, this statue is right in front of it. So as you guys came on, here's the statue. The building is to the left of it.
Okay, Wolfe hasn't said much all the way down, but I'm looking. You'll see me looking up there, and I'm out the center of power. I've got to cut off the head of the snake.
Yeah, there is no doubt. This
Stop
is the
cutting heads off.
In town.
You do it, man.
Diggy,
Either way, man.
Diggy, do you have the ability to influence people as you just did with that dwarf back there?
I do, but I need time to rememorize. And he pulls out he doesn't use a standard spell book. Diggy uses a deck of cards, and each card has a spell on it. And he's shuffling his deck of cards, and he goes, "I would need time to rememorize this one. I have I can put them in a gentle slumber or a few other tricks up my sleeve, but I can't influence them like I did that last one."
Okay, when you say gentle slumber, I turn my head toward you.
You almost became the person who I put into a gentle slumber had you not wisely came back with us.
You see now. You see now what these dwarves are doing. Doing to the people of this land.
We don't know that. They may just this statue may have been here for ages. This
you yourself brought this about.
Oh,
Little trick.
My friends, I think we're missing some information. We need more information before we act rashly here.
Is it known? I guess we'd be ignorant to it. I was going to say, is it known that how the leadership is done here? Is it a democracy? Is there
you assume it's probably very much like yours. Elders that inherit the reign or somehow are made the elders. But again, your village is a mix of humans and dwarves, and this is you didn't even, matter of fact, that was part of the surprise when they got here last session. These are dwarves that aren't a clan. So who knows, right?
What more do you need to know, Diggy?
But remember, Oolongus believed that they were in cahoots with the Baal. That he made clear to everybody.
Right, and that's not the case.
Baal or no Baal, they're in cahoots with the dragon.
Yes.
All dwarves are in some way.
We know who the guilty party is, and this is where the power lies.
Now, have any of you actually seen the dragon?
Well, my friend was not sent to lie. He would have truthfully told us that the dragon was above and it had many children. But no, I have not seen a dragon.
Right.
Well, what I'm
witnessed it myself.
This is my thing. They only get the trickle down information. There may not be a dragon. It may be the upper people basically saying, yes, we have a dragon, blah, 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 and we're going to, you have to worship it and give us your money. And it could not be. It could be all, smoke and mirrors.
No.
So we actually find someone that actually knows and seen this dragon, or we see it ourselves.
Or we go and look for it ourselves.
Yes. I don't know about one. It took maybe reckon order, but other than that, no, we wouldn't be able to stand up to a dragon.
Well, we speak along these lines. Korvish, you saw yourself with the dragon raised in Pilton, south.
Yes, well, I don't know if this is that same dragon.
Or a bunch of people with torches.
Dragons lie?
Or yes, exactly. We don't know.
It also could have been a wizard casting. There's some certain spells that can lay waste to a whole city.
Yes.
And Diggy goes, I've seen that.
So we're going by hearsay and what other people have seen. Facts always get changed, get stretched. That story gets glamorized, so people will listen and get drinks bought.
Uh-huh.
I feel, Diggy says, I feel if you were the leadership of this town, you would not need to resort to trickery. You would just be the leader, and you would demand the following, and you wouldn't need to resort to trickery and subterfuge and hiding away in a mountain. So I say we approach the leaders here and discuss it with them.
Discuss it with them at the point of a knife.
Oh, White Wolf, White Wolf, White Wolf. Oh,
Yourself, Korvish, you saw the beast.
yes. But again, I don't know. We don't know if this is the same beast.
Sliding it apart. Yeah, this is ridiculous. We've seen this. I've witnessed it.
We need to either see the beast ourselves up in the upper hall, or we need firsthand someone who's seen it
firsthand. We've seen it firsthand.
Not here, though. Not here, White Wolf.
There's nothing that we can tell the previous town's leadership that's waiting.
Nothing will convince you.
Nothing out there will convince them that they should not march. All information we have will still lead to them marching. We need something from this town. And who better? I mean,
the head of the leader.
If we do not return, the town will march on them anyway.
Correct.
If we go back and we tell them what we know, they will march on them immediately. If we do nothing, all results are the same.
They're a pitiful few to march. It will be the end of them.
They are led by a fool, but that fool will still attack.
Then,
unless we bring back the head of his rival, who we know is in cahoots with it. You heard him yourself with the slaves.
You don't know that the head of this town is the head of the slaves. You don't know that those are the same people.
Turn around and gesture toward the statue.
I think we should.
This.
I agree with Diggy on this one. I think we should.
Of course you would.
Well, he's back with me so well, so I think, yeah.
Diggy comes over for a hug, and as he's looking in your eye,
no.
lowers the.
You do a piggyback ride to Pilton.
We should talk to leadership or someone below the leadership and find out. But we need to really not shed any blood until we really have to, because once it's done, there's no going back.
Blood spill cannot be poured back.
That's right.
Okay.
We need to be careful here.
But I don't know if we want to go directly to the head of the leadership or go to some of their lieutenants and stuff down below to actually see if there's any corruption going up.
This is why I would like.
This is we do this when we're freezing to death on the lake bank. We need to strike now. If you want to talk with them, yes, knock on the door.
Diggy walks over and pounds on the door with his shovel to try to.
You hear some rummaging around, and a slot slides open. You can tell from this thick eyebrows, broad nose. The slot is slightly below you. Again, this is a dwarf.
Hi, I'm Diggy.
Who are you?
I kind of kneel over. Hi, I'm Diggy.
Diggy, you fool! It's cold.
It is bitterly cold. I was wondering if I may come in and have a word. I have a few companions with me.
We do not know you.
No, but if you give me a moment of your time, I may have information that would be very valuable to you and your village. But I can't speak further.
He slides this back. You hear rumbling behind the wall. It slides back open. Step away from the door. We will come out.
I've already slipped to the side.
Can you bring some fire for some warmth?
He grumbles, slides it shut. You hear the bolts, 3 or 4. I mean, this is well bolted, this door. Again, you went to did you go to the one of the 4, right? I mean, the big 4?
The lowest one of the 4 stack.
Yeah. So this swings open, and 3 dwarves pile out. They don't bring with them something to warm you. Are they dressed? They have weapons, armor. But again, they look much like the statue, much like the dwarves that were in the cavern, the cave. behind them, that door, somebody that didn't come out slams that, and you hear the slides of the bolts. And they stand in the street in the cold. They're not in furs. They're standing in just their armor. Now, who are you? What are you doing in Un Vargas?
We are travelers through, and these guys do look like the same ones that were in the cave, do they?
Mm-hmm. No doubt. They all share heritage. Yep.
So I will say, we received information that there may be Baalgaard nearby, and I thought it was prudent that we come to you and let you know that the Baalgaard, you obviously know how infamous they may be, that they may be near your village.
The Baalgaard. Oh my, that is not good. Where did you hear this?
I heard it through the grapevine on my travels from the village on the other side of the lake.
Two of the other dwarves step back. One of them bangs the door. Bang bang. He says something in Dwarven, Suulan Dwarven.
Do I get a sense that the guy who said that's not good? Do I get a sense that he is being honest, or was he kind of playing me for a fool? And out of like, oh no, that's not good.
Make a wisdom roll.
Wisdom roll. This
you can all. You're all watching this, so you can all make this wisdom roll.
No.
Diggy failed.
Okay.
I failed by 1.
I made it 10.
Oh, you did?
Yes.
You seem to spot when he says this to your friend, the other two dwarves make eye contact. Right? So he's talking to the one in the street, and you're kind of watching the other two dwarves. And when he says, "Oh, that's not good," those two make when he mentions the Baalgaard, those other two dwarves make eye contact. Clearly, there's some deceit here. So the choleric, you've spotted this.
Okay. At this point, she just kind of backs up a little bit, just kind of keeps her eye back and forth, just in case, and she kind of like leans towards Diggy and kind of like kicks his shin a little bit there.
Okay. Diggy is socially he just goes.
He's a gamer.
And he's pretty smart, but he's just not
right.
He's book smart, but not world smart.
He thinks that everybody is good until proven otherwise, and so he's taking them for his word as it goes. He kind of feels the kick. He glances back quickly. I'm not sure if you had any sort of a particular look on your face, but
kind of more of a hello, wider eyes, like, can't spell it out any clearer.
Diggy just kind of like, I got this.
Again, one of them banged on the door and was speaking in Dwarven, and he looks up at you. Oh, this is not good. You need to come in and tell us. The door. You hear the door slats, and it swings open, and he turns to all of you. And the other two dwarf guards funnel in. Come in. We'll feed you and warm you. You can tell us of these Baalgaard.
And Diggy goes. Do you have herbal baths?
He looks around at all of you. No, but I suppose we can draw one up. And his lip curls. Right, humans.
So he. Diggy Johan, hearing that, turns back to Korvish and to Wolfe, and says to them both, I must go for a bath, but I forgot my pack just on the outskirts of town. It has all the essential oils and salts that I need.
We will retrieve it for you.
No.
He barks orders in dwarf, and those two guys come back out. Where is the pack?
It's very, very sensitive. I would like Korvish to retrieve the pack. I can't have my bath without the essential oils and salts. But I'm happy to come in and get out of the cold, though.
I will go get your backpack.
Okay. Thank you. Don't mind him. He is here to carry my goods. I gave him a rest when we came into the town.
So he puts a large, for a short dwarf, large paw on you. Then come in, boy. And he nods to his go with this man, help him, make sure his pack is secure.
And so Diggy doesn't put up any resistance when the hand comes on him. Actually considers going for a hug for a moment, but as he turns to go for the hug, he gets a look from Korvish and says, "Oh, okay," and starts heading towards the door.
Is everybody going in? What's going on? No, Korvish is going for the pack out of town, right?
Going for the pack.
Okay.
No, I'd already slipped around the corner.
Yeah, you're not. They don't even know you're there, right?
Yeah.
What about you, Cleric? As you
I need to cleanse myself. I need to be out here and pray to the lady in the snow before I can enter.
Yes.
So
just bang the door when you're ready to come in. When your friend returns with the pack, and he slips in. He leaves the other two dwarves out. Again, they're kind of standing there waiting for Korvish. They're gonna, they've been told to follow Korvish. The door shuts. You hear all the latches go, the slides go. And you're standing now in the cold out here with these two dwarves watching you.
I'll walk just kind of in an area, just kind of clear a little bit of snow, kneel down, and start praying. Basically, I've got my eyes almost closed, but I'm looking around to keep an eye on the dwarves so they don't get the jump on me.
One comes over and kind of kicks the snow. Well, what dragon do you pray to there, girl?
I pray to no beast. I pray to the lady.
The lady. Is the lady a great dragon?
No, the lady of her last breath.
Last breath of the dragon's breath. What, say, fire, acid? What kind of breath?
I do not worship any beasts. I'm sorry.
No beasts.
I worship the goddess.
Humans, you are strange. So strange. The other dwarf is standing next to Korvish, waiting for you to. What are you doing, Adele? As you can hear all this, you can peek around.
Yeah, I'm around the corner in the black, and I'm just watching them, and see if they get a jump on him. Almost cursing under my breath. I am looking up around the building, seeing if there's any kind of a purchase in case I need to climb up.
You can certainly try to climb walls.
Yeah.
This is a very strange. Let me just draw you a quick picture of what it would look like. Right, this building. Right, it's kind of stone, and almost like giant stone blocks. Right. Yeah, they're just right.
Yeah.
So there's spaces between them, right? You could, so it's like every floor is a stone block that's kind of off center, right?
Right.
Do you want to try to climb walls?
Yeah, I'm gonna scan the side of it and see if there's any kind of a window that I may go after.
There's shutters on every floor. You will have to make a roll, although normally I wouldn't make you, but unless you can use your rope and a hook because it's cold, right? Your hands are cold. The stone is frozen. So I'll ask you to make a roll to climb here if you do, right? Now, I won't modify it negatively. I'll just make you make the roll, okay?
Would you 6?
Well, your normal thieves thing, which is 1 to 2, right?
Yeah. 6.
Okay, so you don't fall. You can't find a spot here, right? You're looking. You can't get a grip, all right? Meanwhile, Korvish, again, you're standing there. These dwarves are staring at you. One is talking to your.
I got 1 or 2.
Well, there's 2 here, but one is talking to the cleric who's trying to pray. This guy's kind of keeping him from praying. So this dwarf is interrupting her, right? The other one is standing there looking at you like, pack, huh? Where is this pack?
Oh, well, come with me and I will show you where this pack is. It is outside town, yes.
Yeah, he leaves. He says something again in the dwarven language and leaves the other dwarf here with the girl and follows you down. You're going down through the village.
Yep.
He's following.
And,
okay.
I guess I guess at some point I'm going to try and get the drop on him.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And I don't want to necessarily kill him.
Okay.
But I'd like to subdue him.
Okay.
Right. Oh, that's what I'm going to try and do.
You got it. Okay. So go ahead, Del.
No, I was going to say when I see him follow her off, I want to slip and slink through the buildings in the shadows and tell them.
Okay. Okay. Remember, it's pretty dense fog, and it's dark. I mean, there's no lamps on outside; they're all inside.
Right.
Is the cleric left all alone now?
With the other dwarf while she's praying, right? Kevin, inside. The minute you come in from the cold and you're like, "Ooh, it's nice," you look up. This room is packed with dwarves.
Hi, I'm Diggy.
There's like 10 of them in here, right? You can see there's There's a large fire pit, and it funnels out of the side of the building and up through one large that pumps smoke out from every floor. Right. You can see they were eating or something here. You can see a stairwell on the other side that must go up into that next strange. It's kind of a weird angled stairwell that goes up into the next block, right?
Yeah.
And there's probably 9 or 10 here.
I'm going to turn to the.
And they're all like standing, leather armor.
There was one dwarf that had put his hand on my shoulder and,
he's
guided me
standing in front of you. Yeah.
And I'm going to turn to him and say, "I'm sorry, I did not catch your name, by the way, my friend."
Yes, I am. And he looks around the room quickly, like he's trying to decide. Leshtis is my name.
Leshtis, very nice to meet you. I am Diggy. I see you have many of your friends here. I appreciate the warmth. Is this a clan of dwarves? I apologize for my ignorance. I've not been around.
You will have plenty. You will have plenty to speak to while you mine the earth.
While I mine the earth. I'm sorry. These hands. These are delicate hands that I've never mined before.
He barks orders. 3 or 4 of the dwarves grab your shoulders
Oh,
and
no.
arms. Sit and enjoy your last warm meal. You will be digging for the rest of your life.
What shall this meal be?
You tell me.
Oh, I get to choose.
Well, you get what I'll give you, but tell me what you would like.
I see. So Diggy describes a nice roasted duck.
He slams down. He slams down a bread with plate with cheese and bread. There's some duck. Eat up, because down in the earth you'll get little of that. And they all laugh, and they stand over you, while you eat.
Okay. So Diggy begins to nibble on the bread very slowly.
Right.
Taking very small sips of whatever ale or beverage was handed to me, and just observing around the room, and just saying, he speaks of this is not nearly as hospitable as I had imagined it would be. I thought you were an honorable people. You break bread with somebody after you invite them into your home.
You
generally
eat up. Yes, we are honorable among the Baalgaard.
The Baalgaard.
The Baalgaard. Yeah. If you were Baalgaard, you would be treated well. Much hospitality.
Baalgaard. I do not know dwarves, but that is a dragon name, is it not?
Mal,
yes.
Of course. Do you not know anything about dwarf clans?
Great Maul. I've not spent much time with dwarves, but dragons I find very interesting. Mal. I believe I've heard that Mal sounds like a name that would be blessed with many children.
Yeah, you've heard too much. You know too much. Kill him.
And they drag you away toward the stairs. We'll go to Todd. Korvish, as you come down through the fog, describe to me how you want to make your moves on this dwarf here in the cold.
All right. Well, I have to be leading the way, obviously, right?
Yeah.
Yes, from where he is. Does he have a weapon drawn?
He's carrying he has a shield and he's carrying an axe, but it's not out. I mean, he's not.
Right.
Yeah, he's not equipped. I mean, he's equipped, but he's not brandishing.
And so I am probably not brandishing myself either, right? But I'll stop and kind of look around. I'm like, well, in this fog, it's kind of hard to tell. I could be over there, kind of drawing his attention. I said, or it could be over there.
Okay.
Right. And I'm trying to get him to look away from me.
Yeah, he is. Every time you point, he looks, well, where is it? And he looks.
And as he's looking, then I'm just going to do a shield bash across his jaw.
And remember, you get one attack per level against HD 1s or less. So you get 3 attacks before he gets to go. That's what makes fighters so badass in these old school games. Right?
All right. Good. So here we go. So shield bash to the jaw. Whoa, 19. Yeah.
Okay, roll damage. That would still be 1d6. 1d6. It's a club. 1d6 -4, but you have a strength bonus, maybe, right?
I have a +1.
Okay, so it'll be 1d6 -1.
Okay. 4. That's the first attack.
Okay, he's down. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Ka-chang. And
you want to make him unconscious, right? You don't want to kill him.
Yes, I'm not trying to. Trying to kill him.
So his eyes roll back, and he totters back and kind of looks at you like, "What the?" And he's out as he hits on his back in the street.
Super.
You notice the dwarf hears echo through this cold village, dang, down below, cleric, and you see that other dwarf kind of look up. He takes 2 steps away from you, looking into the fog where they headed.
Whap on the back.
Oh, nice. Okay, so roll.
Nice.
Okay.
I got a natural 1.
Oh, no.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so he sees, somehow he must have heard you crunch in the snow or something. He steps aside, spins, and looks at you.
Lady, this is not the thing to do.
And
There was a bug on you.
he spins his axe out and prepares. Now, Dell, you've followed Korvish, so you've seen him knock this guy on his butt.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I would walk out of the shadows right time a boy falls down because I was going to rush up and do a backstab
him. Yeah.
But I look at Korvish and there's a little wolfish grin on my face.
Mm-hmm.
And I see. Let's go back for the others.
Yes. Let me tie up this one first, though.
Okay.
All right, and I'll cut off a portion of my rope and bind him.
You hear raised voices too as you guys are doing this. You hear the girl and you hear the dwarf up above you, raised voices. Diggy. They take you over. They secure you. They tie you to a chair. And they pull.
Before my hands are actually tied, and before I become gagged or anything. Right. Once I realize that, okay, I'm not going to be able to talk my way out of this.
Right.
I'd like to cast sleep.
Okay. Make a roll. Right.
So
remember, this is hit die. This is how much hit die you affect.
Right. So I roll 2d6 to see how many hit die I attack.
Yep.
I have impact 5 hit die.
Okay, so you see the 2 that are standing closest to you, dazed. They kind of sit back and fall asleep. You see the leader who barked the orders comes across the room. He watches as 2 more fall and a 3rd falls, and he realizes you are a wizard. And the other you said 5, so the other 4 now, him and 3 more are coming toward you.
And as he says, "You are a wizard," Diggy gives a little bit of a smirk and casts invisibility.
Okay, now we're gonna have to roll initiative for that turn, right? Because you got sleep off on your turn, so we'll have to roll initiative, right? Okay.
Yep. Okay.
Okay, so I wrote a 1 on that, and then we'll roll initiative with you too, Choleric, for this round, real quick. I know we're over a little bit, guys. Is that okay?
That's okay.
I rolled a 4 on mine, by the way.
You got initiative, sir.
All right. I cast invisibility and go hide in the corner because it lasts for as long as I want it to. I think unless I attack.
Right. I rolled a 1 as well with you, Delishaw.
Good, because I rolled a 3.
Okay, so you got initiative against this dwarf.
Okay, as she overswings from the first miss, she comes spinning around again and just tries to whack him upside the head with an 11.
Woo! I don't believe that's going to do it. Even a cleric 3, I don't think that does it. Let me double check.
I'm gonna go just step away for a quick second.
You got it. Okay, you guys can now hear. There's clearly I can't find it on chart. What happened? Wolfe and Korvish, you clearly hear now banging and fighting above you in the village. And again, you can get there pretty quick. The village is not that big, right?
While he was tying him up, I took off.
Yeah. So you literally, again, have the darkness and the fog. I'll let you go. You don't have to roll initiative. I would let you go before this dwarf.
running up behind the dwarf.
Yeah, unfortunately, he deflected your mace with his sword. I'm sorry, I didn't make that clear. He deflected. Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of figured that.
Okay.
She's cursing to the lady.
While he's going to focus on her, I'm foot padding it. I'm going to give a backstab.
Okay.
All right.
+2, I believe.
Natural 20.
Oh, it's already double damage because you actually roll your damage twice, right?
6 and
don't even waste your roll.
So I'm sitting there and I see this blade come out through his back.
Right. Yeah, through his sternum. His eyes roll up.
He slides off like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll look at you and wink.
Mm-hmm.
Dale's kind of like, she's not used to combat.
Right. Oh, nice.
You see the blood, the snow,
Yeah, she was raised in the church, not running out here and.
Yeah, this might be her first
blood.
Yeah, that's awesome. That is awesome. All
so
right.
she's kind of like on her knees, kind of. I'm okay, just a minute.
Awesome.
I'll arrive by then.
So Korvish tops the hill, dragging this guy with you.
No.
Oh, he's over my shoulder.
Oh, it's on your shoulder. Okay, got it. And you see Dell wiping his blade off. She's vomiting, and this dead dwarf's laying there. Okay.
All right. And I will make my way towards them and drop the dwarf to the ground unceremoniously.
Mm-hmm.
And then I will help Delrusha up.
Okay.
And steady yourself, young lady. There will be more battle ahead.
Also?
Mm-hmm. You can hear raised voices from in that first floor, right? Just a few feet from where this went down by the dwarf statue. You can hear them dwarves yelling and barking and clamoring around like they're looking for something.
Uh-huh.
You can hear he got an answer to his wish.
Yes. Hopefully he can get himself out of that situation, or we'll have to go rush in and save him.
I'm already up to one of the shutters, listening in.
You can see through the shutter. You could potentially flip the latch on the shutter with something narrow.
A knife.
Yeah.
Open it.
And it'll swing open. You can see heads bobbing around as they're flipping over tables and chairs, searching for. And you can hear them looking and yelling. You can see some as you peek in the window. You can see some are laying down. I mean, and one of them is walking around the room, waking up some of these dwarves. Okay, rousing some of them.
When I open the shutters, because I want to go ahead and open it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to be standing there, but I'll let it fly open.
Sure.
So,
but that's what you saw. Like, briefly, that's what you saw when it opened, right?
Yeah, I'm opening and standing aside. If anybody's coming through, I'll give them a welcome.
So you're just dodging these guys, I assume. What are you doing to avoid them as they move around, groping for you?
I'm just kind of dodging around them. Obviously, I can see them; they cannot see me.
Right.
There wasn't. I assume the numbers are low enough that I'm able to.
There's 5, but he's rousing the leader. There's 4 of them looking, and the leader's trying to rouse the others, wake them up.
So, for me, I'm kind of keeping an eye on the door to see if anybody starts heading towards the door, or if there's a knock for bringing in the others, because I was under the assumption that soon the cleric would be coming in behind me.
Okay.
So I'm kind of waiting for an opportunity, because my plan would be
the shutter open over one of their heads, but nobody's standing in the window.
Yeah. I don't know if I don't think Diggy would probably recognize any of that unless there was a signal sent in.
Okay.
But he's watching for an opportunity to leave the building while still cloaked in invisibility.
Okay.
Making sure not to do any attacks or anything that would drop
Sure. And I'm just rolling as they reach and grope, almost like it's a hit with a severe modifier because you're invisible, right?
Well, hugging would break that spell too.
Yeah, I am doing no hugging at all at the moment.
Okay, so
the dwarven language is it different from the island and then where we came from?
Yeah, so the island of Suul was utterly foreign to all of you, right?
Okay.
If you're here for a certain amount of time, you would make rolls to learn the language. We assume you have it if you've been here for so many months. So,
am I hearing similarities between the common dwarf and theirs?
Yes. Yep.
Because I can speak dwarf as one of my languages.
Yeah, so you could pick up certain words that would be shared among the cultures all over the planet.
Okay.
Right.
I'll go to the door.
Okay.
And then kind of if I can figure out something for in dwarven, then if I've heard him speak it, say like help, and kind of bang on the door like I need help with this cleric basically.
Okay. Okay, you hear, you see Diggy is the guy that's woke up the others that are kind of groggy, getting to their feet. Some are moving around. As you're dodging and trying to keep an eye on the door. One, the leader, the one that spoke to you, he acts like the leader, walks over and starts sliding these bolts. Yes, what is it? And he's pulling the door open.
As the second the last bolt is out of the way. Is there anybody else near him, by the way?
Well, there's 5. This room is full of now almost 9 dwarves looking for you, right? So
right, but like, is there
really
anybody immediate?
Right,
but is there anybody immediately next to the leader as he's sliding the bolts?
Yeah, in a room this size, yeah, there's got to be.
Okay, because my initial thought was to kick him as hard as I could in the junk as I ran past him, but
second time in this game.
But yeah, as the bolts come undone and he starts to slide, does the door come in or out?
It opens in.
It opens in as he starts pulling the door in, and he I assume he's going to have to like back up as he does so.
Yep.
I'm going to reach out again, invisible hand, put it on the outside section of the door, and start forcing the door open faster and trying to slide out at the same time.
Okay.
So that before he gets a good look at who's knocking, the door is moving faster maybe than he wanted to.
Okay. Now there's so many moving around in here, banging around. You're gonna have to make a save versus being basically discovered here. Okay. With a -2, as there's so many guys banging around in this room.
Okay.
Right. So your normal, it's the normal save from your class, just your whatever that. Yep.
Yeah. No. Well, I rolled a 4, but I assume I have to roll over my save, right?
You do.
Or
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So no.
Okay. So yeah, a little bit of +2 added to the roll. So you feel somebody bump you, and then you realize that they grab, and they grab onto whatever they don't see it, but they're grabbing. But you do manage to push the door. Delachaux, you see the door now swinging open. It's been pushed open faster, away from the hands of the dwarf that was in control of the door. Oh, you're muted. Yep.
I'll take my shield and just like shove it against the door and try to shove it open as much as possible.
Okay. All right. So we're going to give you guys all initiative for that, right? So you guys all get to go first. He has got the door open. That wins initiative. That'll be his turn. Now either Diggy can run for it, or you guys can into this, try to get into this.
Diggy's booking it. Diggy's booking it right the hell out of there.
Okay, so basically you push in, Diggy goes by, right? Okay.
Can we see Diggy?
No, Diggy hasn't dropped invisibility yet. Unless,
yeah, you wouldn't. Yeah, so actually you wouldn't know he went by. Yeah,
except
that one dwarf had a hold of him. Might be coming out with him.
Yeah, you might see a dwarf dragging behind you a little bit.
I'm assuming he would brush against me since I'm basically right.
Both of them, the dwarf that's holding on to him and you.
Okay, if I'm seeing a dwarf seem to, I guess, holding on to nothing, getting pulled, as soon as his hands get kind of towards me, I'm going to try to intercede between whatever he's trying to hold on to and him with my shield.
You got it.
To block him from, hopefully make him let go of whatever he may have.
Yeah, well, he certainly would anyway, because that's a threat to his life versus what he was doing, right? So he would let go and fumble for his weaponry while the leader, of course, is fumbling for his weapons in the door. Okay, so you were let go of as she cut him off, and you're standing in the door facing toward 2 dwarves right now as it is, and there's a whole.
I'll try to be all intimidating, cast light on my mace, and going, "The lady is behind me. I will smite any who come through."
That's awesome. I'll give you initiative for that too, if you want to attack, or what do you want to do?
Yes, I will attack.
Now, what are you guys doing here?
Well, I've
nat 20.
Oh, roll damage.
Is Korvish anywhere in sight, by the way, whenever I
Yes, well, I'm assuming Korvish is right there, right?
8 points of damage.
Korvish, you're just,
that's
I'm
a
assuming
kill.
you're staring.
Yeah, that's a kill. So she knocks this guy senseless.
Okay, at this point, she's also trying to keep from throwing up again as she crushes this dwarf's skull,
Yeah.
and then tries to put on the brave face to keep the rest at bay.
Okay.
Down to the teeth. Yep.
You know.
Diggy runs behind Korvish and gives a hug,
Oh God.
and he's trembling. He's now petrified of what just took place. He's so happy to have escaped out of there.
That's a
And he says,
surprise.
those were not nice people, not good dwarves. Go.
Yes, yes. All right, very well. Diggy is amongst us, my friends. Let us run.
So Dell and Todd. Now again, she won initiative for you with that shield stop. So you guys all get to go. Kevin's already gone, so she's gone. She's killed one. There's one still standing in the doorway, and there's others behind him in the room.
Right.
You can see
Fine.
them. Yeah.
I will. I didn't have anything drawn except my. No, I didn't. So, well, I would have had my hand axe drawn because I was coming back. No, I was killing the guy.
Sure, you can. Yeah.
Okay. Yep. So I will attack the one with my hand axe.
Okay. So stepping into the doorway. So now you guys are side by side in the doorway, filling up this doorway.
All right. Here we go. 20. Not a natural.
Well, that's it.
Dang.
Okay. So not double damage. Okay.
No. And oh gosh, 2.
That's still a kill on these guys. They're not. So you're again now 2 down, standing in the door. The others are moving forward, and they'll. But Dell gets to go before they do. So sorry, Dell.
Right.
Yeah, the whole time, ever since I opened the shutter,
Mhm.
I was down there cranking that crossbow bolt up.
Nice.
This time I want to pull a Sergeant York and shoot the last one.
Actually, Korvish, I'm sorry. I hate to interrupt you, but Korvish should get 3 attacks.
Yeah.
Right.
I totally forgot that. I'm so sorry,
but
Dale.
was there more than I
He should have had 3 attacks. Yeah.
Rather attacks.
All right. I'll just keep going then.
He's gonna mow through them.
21.
Oh, damn!
Dang.
No damage.
Leave one for me, man.
6
That's dead.
damage.
They
And
only have
11.
that
No,
does not
13.
hit though.
No. Sorry, 12. 12.
That does not hit though, right?
Okay.
So one manages to stone your assault as you come wailing through here with an axe and a spear, or whatever, however you do your thing. One finally arrests your axe. You know, like, holy, this guy's a maniac, right? All right, Dale, you've cocked your crossbow.
Yeah, I'm using that the
This is
window
round
sill
1.
brace, and I'm letting loose
Through the
to the
window.
one further out. Yeah, to the one further out. How many's still standing in there?
There are 6 left.
Okay, I don't want to break their focus on Korvish as he's mad dogging it through there, but the guy in the last.
You got it. The one farthest from everybody in the inside of the room. Okay.
Yeah.
This is point blank, so that's a +1, I think. +2.
Well, I'm 3, so what does that give me? Oh shoot, I'm in basic fantasy right now.
You are. Where's the damn ranges? Where's range chart? There it is. I don't know if there is a positive modifier for range. Yeah, +1 to hit, +2 if the missile weapon is utilized at short range. So +2 to hit. And you are a thief 3.
Yeah.
You need a 15 and up, sir.
Okay, well I rolled a 13, so with a +2.
Yep.
That's
So roll damage with this crossbow. Remember, all you need is 2 to kill it.
6, of course. I got a 6.
Okay, so another one down. It'll take you 2 turns though to load that sucker.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, is it a heavy crossbow?
Yep. Okay, so now finally, Korvish is actually in melee with one, and one is stepping into melee with the choleric. So the attack from this dwarf on you, as he catches your third whirling blow, he tries underneath with his short sword. No go. You manage to step away from that, and choleric. This one drives in. Ooh, 17, I believe, is a hit.
Yes.
Five-
No, that's a
5 damage as he
No-
you're
no goody.
watching Korvish, and you really don't see this dwarf step up and strike you right before you.
She drops to one knee trying to bring the shield up.
Okay.
Oh.
All right.
Great.
Initiative. Who wants to roll it?
I will.
I will give you a dex bonus if you got it for this.
No, I don't.
Okay.
All right, I got a 3.
I got a 4. Okay, so now we've got Korvish on 2. The second one has entered the melee with you, and the cleric has 1. A third is trying to get by you in the doorway, so you can engage him or try to let him go by. It'll be up to you.
I'll engage him. I'm not letting anyone go out of this doorway.
Nice. Okay, so now unfortunately you have 2. There's one free. He it looks as though he's headed for that strange stairwell in the back corner, Dale. You can see it from this window.
Gotcha.
Okay. All right, so here we go, Korvish. 20.
Right. Ouch.
And a 4 for the first blow, or for the double damage 4, and 1. So 5 points.
Okay.
20. We're all rolling 20s tonight. What the hell?
Yeah. Yeah.
Ooh. And the second one on you, Korvish, 11. I don't know. That's not a hit.
No. All right.
All right, cleric on the. Oh, a 20.
Oh,
I can't believe it. I may have just
Oh my
killed
gosh.
you, Eric. I hope not. 5 points.
Oh, I'm barely there. I've got 1 left.
Uh-oh.
On the second, on the double damage, a 2. Now remember, you don't die immediately in this. You can go to -4, right? We're using the.
So I'd be a -1 right now.
Right, you're at -1, so you're down though. Wow.
Yeah,
Right.
she drops.
Okay, Korvish, you see her go. You hear maybe her scream out, "Lady,
Okay.
I'm coming for you." Whatever. I don't know what she might say.
I'm
And-
about
Right.
to pass the veil, my lady.
I've got 3 attacks, so I'm going to try and bash this guy out of the way that's on me.
Okay. There's
And
2 on
get
you.
into-
There's actually 2 on you.
2? Okay. Well, I'm going to, try and get these 2 out of my way, and then get towards her and save her from a death blow if that's coming. Okay.
And Diggy, you see her drop in the doorway. These 2 dwarves now.
First
step-
one.
Diggy's going to throw blades, assuming this attack here doesn't work out.
Right.
All right. I got 12 on the first one.
Okay, that's not good enough unless you have 3 bonus.
No. Third one missed. Second one misses, and the third one is a 13.
Any pluses?
No, that's it with the pluses.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh, they're in leather armor. That can't be right, right? What's leather armor? Leather armor is 13, right?
What?
I'm
Wait a
double
minute.
checking. They're in leather armor. I gotta find the darn.
What have I got? This is all out to lunch.
Yeah.
You better, I don't know why I've got. Oh,
So 13
okay. I've
would
got
hit. Yeah,
13 would hit.
yeah,
Holy
for 13 hits. Yeah.
2 points damage.
Oh, and that kills them, right? They all have 2.
Yep.
So
But there's still-
only 1 left on you, and 2 in the doorway. You're gonna throw daggers, correct?
I'm going to
Or
throw
a dagger.
a dagger at whichever one looked like it was about to hit the lady.
Let me double check. You might be able to throw. You can shoot a bow twice per turn. I'm not.
Isn't
sure.
it darts that have 3?
Let's see.
Yeah, I have 6 daggers on me, but I don't know how many I can throw at once. I didn't.
No. The only thing that gets 2 shots per turn is a bow, long or short. So you can only throw 1. But go ahead.
All right, and that
You
is
need
an
a
11.
13.
Did not make it. Got an 11.
Okay. Okay.
Well, you don't have a strength bonus?
Not a no. I do not.
The wizard with a strength bonus. I love it. Okay, Dell. What are you doing? Are you loading or what?
Yeah, I was reloading, so it's going
Okay.
to take me this round to do it.
All right. Here we go. Somebody roll initiative. Anyone with a dex bonus might be wise, right?
Dell, roll it.
Oh, I do got a dex bonus. Sorry.
Yeah, I don't.
I would assume the thief should.
4.
You got it. I rolled a 2. There is 3 left.
We're throwing another dagger.
Oh no! And the one that is going up the stairs. He's vanished up the stairs.
4. Yeah. I'll be eyeballing him. I'm trying to crank it before he gets fully up there.
All right, throwing another dagger.
Okay.
Another miss.
Okay.
That's
All
two-
right,
that's 2
Korvish,
daggers
you've
now.
got 3 attacks here, and there's 2 going through the doorway out. You're in this room with 1 left.
Right. Okay, I'll have to take care of the one that's on me, and that is 3. No. Second attack on the same guy. 13,
That's the hit.
4 points damage.
That's a kill. Okay, so you stand, right? You have still 1 left, and you haven't moved,
All right.
so you can
Okay.
still attack one from behind, headed out this door, right?
I'll do that, and I got not a natural 20, but 3 points damage.
Dead. Wow. One left, and he's headed out the door. It would be Dell's go now, right? You're loaded.
You mean he's heading up the stairs, right?
There's one headed up the stairs, yeah.
Yeah, that's the one I'm going for.
He'll have cover because it's a stairwell with some weird. So -1 cover.
-1. Okay.
Yeah, and plus your dex bonus though, and short range +2.
Well, 3. That's 2 dex bonus, right?
Yep.
Dex bonus is 1, so would.
So you have 3 -1 for cover, so +2 to the roll. You need a 13 up.
Oh my God, 7.
Okay, so it finds purchase, but just not in this dwarf. Okay, so on their turn, right? Everybody's gone except our cleric can't. She's unconscious. He's gone up the stairs. He's disappeared into that next above you. This other one steps out into the cold, and he's looking about, and he definitely sees you've thrown daggers, so he sees.
Yeah,
you,
my invisibility is dropped.
Right, you're probably farther. I would assume you're kind of farther away, right? Because
Yeah,
Dell's right at the window, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna make a roll. 1, 2, 3. It goes for Diggy. 4, 5, 6. He goes for Dell. 4, 5, 6. He heads for Dell.
Yeah, you talking about?
He's the guy that came through the door. He's
Eric?
moving and he's looking. Which one? What's that?
I mean, are you talking about Eric's character or me? Because I'm playing Wolf.
You.
Okay, so he's going after Wolf.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I said Dell.
keep
I'm
saying
sorry.
Dell.
I
Yeah.
mean,
I was like,
I'm sorry.
whoa.
Yeah. Sorry. Sorry about that.
Bloodthirsty
Wolf.
here,
He's going
aren't
for
we?
Wolf.
Okay, he's
9. He's sliding on the cold, frozen stone ground. He slides by and misses you, right? Slipping on these stones.
okay.
Okay, round 4, I believe. Initiative. One guy left. Another one has disappeared upstairs. Now she's I believe she bleeds out unless somebody gets to her. I won't hold you to that. Let's double check.
I think she loses a hit point per round or something, doesn't she?
Let's double check it. I've never used these rules for White Box, so
Optional. I just rolled a 7 on.
yeah. So she loses 1 up till -4, and then she'll die. So I think you've lost 1 more. So you're at -2, I think.
-2.
Right. Now somebody can bind wounds on her, at least save her if you want. Right.
Right.
I'm only bringing this up because we haven't done this. We haven't talked about it, so we should make sure you understand it. Right?
Yeah. So Diggy will realize if he sees the other dwarf heading after Dell, Diggy will approach towards the cleric to try to bind her wounds.
Yep.
So instead of taking an attack or anything, that's what I like to spend my turn doing.
Yep.
Trying
That you're at 1. It'll just bring you up to 1, right? Yes. Yep.
What 1.6, right?
Just a rescuer. I think. Well, you don't bind wounds until it's over. This is just a rescuer from death.
Oh,
You'll
yeah,
bind
you're
wounds
basically stabilizing
after
me.
combat, right?
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
But she's at 1 and conscious, right?
So I'll kind of like put pressure on the wounds and slap her to get her back to consciousness and say, the light's not ready for you yet.
Nice. Nice. Okay, Korvish, you hear.
All right.
You see actually the head. Well, actually in the room. Yeah, you might be able to see through the window. You see Dell turn to face somebody that's went after him. Because you're in the room, and that other guy you can hear upstairs on the floor, boom, 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 running.
Yep. Coming down?
No, he went up, and you can hear him running upstairs.
All right. Okay. So wait a minute. So the others, Delrusha, she's down. Is someone trying to attack her? Well,
No, one dwarf left outside is trying to attack Dell.
Wolf.
okay.
Wolf. Sorry.
Wolf.
So sorry,
All right.
Wolf.
Yeah.
All right.
Dell or
I will-
is back
I
up.
will take
I've-
the hand. Can a hand axe be used as a thrown weapon?
Yes, absolutely.
Yes.
Okay,
Oh,
well, I am going to try and plant that thing right in that guy's back.
Okay. Nice.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, I always liked that axe. Had been in the family for a long time.
It was a family heirloom.
It's off into the dark, right?
Into the fog.
Yeah, into the fog. You still have 2 attacks.
4.
Okay, well,
You have 2 more hand axes.
I'll just I'll just grab out my short spear and rush at him.
Okay. Nice.
Oh, that's not going to hit. That's an 8, and no.
Okay. So
He's not really rushing at the bad guy. He's rushing after his hand axe.
Right.
I need that back.
Right. You're all sliding around now because I mean it's so cold out here. There's like a layer of ice on all this stone, so that, you know, you're just all not able to find your feet.
I cast magic missile at the darkness.
All right, Dell, it's your go, I believe, sir. Now you're in melee right now with this guy.
Yeah, I've already dropped the crossbow bolt and pulled out my dagger.
Okay.
Quick reach. And I'll go after him.
Okay.
Close proximity, so. Okay, that's 20.
Oh my gosh. Well,
Not natural. It was 18.
Okay, you need 2 to kill him.
6. Dang, I'm
Okay.
rolling like crazy.
So while he's sliding around on the ice, dodging Korvish, you drive this thing into him, right?
Check him, yeah.
Okay. Again, quiet, right? Bodies everywhere. Dead dwarves everywhere. She's stunned, kneeling in the doorway. Diggy, you know.
I'm trying to pull her out of the doorway.
Right.
Like I'm
there
dragging her.
are Korvish covered in blood as he's been like this whirlwind massacring dwarves in this small space, right? Okay.
She'll Delru will start standing up and she kind of look around, seeing all this bloodshed, and just like heave all over Diggy's shoes. Sorry.
As she comes up, Diggy will give her a hug and say, "Let's go."
Don't squeeze so much.
You haven't heard anything from the dwarf that went upstairs, right?
Right. I think we should get
Exit
back
stage
to
right.
Yes, and report back to Unlungus.
Unlungus. Okay.
Yes. All right.
And we'll fade to black there. That'll end session 4, right? As you guys march down back to Unlungus's camp, right?
I'm not going back there, man.
You're not? Okay.
No.
So you're going to stay here, right?
Yeah, I want to go up this tower because I'm going after the head of the snake. You know what I mean?
Oh, you want to go? Oh, you want to go up? You guys want to continue to play, or do you want to?
Oh, I don't care if we play or not, but I'm not going up the tower. I'm heading back to the camp.
I'm not going back to tower.
Not in condition right now.
No.
Yeah.
So
I'm down by half.
All right. So you guys had your head. Oh my! That's right. You took a big hit. Shit.
Yeah.
So like we're telling Wolfe to come, but if Wolfe doesn't come, we're getting her to safety.
We can leave that till later. But that's
binding of wounds, by the way. Yes.
At 36, I think.
Yeah, page 36. Let's do that. You need to bind your wounds. Yep, 1d6 worth of wounds. Following, as long as you do it following combat. So let's go ahead and do that.
All right. So do I roll it or does she roll it?
Let's see here.
You're the one binding.
You can only lose the hit points you lost in combat, right? Okay.
Which was all of them.
That was all of them.
Let's see here. This is a particular use in low magic campaigns. Okay, good. All right, so go ahead and roll 1d6. I don't care who rolls it. It's up to you guys how you want to handle that.
Cleric, do you want to roll your own healing?
I'll roll. Yeah, why not? Oh, I got a 5.
That's better than what I probably would have done.
Nice. So you get all that back. Okay. They're helping you down in the cold, down through the. You guys have noticed most of the fireplaces are still burning, but a lot of the lamps that were here when you came up at 6 in the evening are out. These buildings are quiet and dark, right? Mm-hmm. There might have been people listening or heard this skirmish out in the street and this screaming and fighting, but they haven't opened shutters. They haven't looked. They haven't responded.
Probably wasn't the quietest thing going on.
Oh no. I'm sure there was death screams and war cries and who knows what kind of foul-mouthed Korvish spews when he when he slays dwarves. No, I'm kidding. I won't make any assumptions about Korvish's killing.
You know, he's pretty quiet about it.
Pretty quiet about it. That's nice, right? Yeah, this ain't fun for him,
Grim and determined.
Right. This isn't what he does. This is what he has to do, right?
Has to do, yes. And I'll try and find my hand axe if I can.
Sure. Yeah. You just track it off until you find it in the trees or the as they all head down the hill. All right. So you now are alone in this room, Wolfe. And you can hear if you listen carefully as you move toward the stairs, you can hear creaking above you in the floorboards.
Okay. When I'm going up, I want to see if there's any windows or anything out.
Not on the stairwell, no. All the windows appear to be in these actual rooms, right? But on the stairwell, there's no windows out.
Okay. I am cranking my crossbow boat at the bottom of the stairwell until I get it set.
Yep.
And I will go up that stairwell when at the ready. You know what I mean?
Yep. Make a wisdom check for me as you're coming up this stairwell.
Got it. 5.
Okay. As you take 2 or 3 steps up, looking up the stairwell with your crossbow, you notice on the stairs ahead of you there's liquid rolling down the stairs.
Okay. Is it viscous or is it? I mean,
It's
what does it look
thick.
like?
It's viscous.
And it's just rolling down the stairs.
Well, I mean, it's this liquid is pouring down the stairs.
Oh, gee.
Oily.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think I got any flint and tinder on me. No, wait a minute.
I bet you they do.
Yeah, I mean, this is pouring toward your feet and around your feet. Right.
I know he didn't give me the flint and tinder, man. That would be. Look, is there any torches on the walls or anything?
There is a fire pit below, and there are lamps in the room below you.
Okay. I'll back off. Before, I mean, hopefully this I get on my feet or anything. But I'll grab a torch off the wall or, a sconce or something like that and toss that lamp up there
Okay.
into the room area
Okay.
and let it catch on fire right there.
Yeah. It crashes and woof, you hear it go, and you see it follow down the stairs and light those stairs up. So now the stairs are burning, and obviously up in that room that's exploded and burning.
Yeah, smoke them out. It's fine with me. However, take care of it. So that's what I'm doing, and I'll back out of that cautiously as.
Yep. These are stone buildings, but all the interior appears to be, for the most part, obviously the walls are stone, of course.
Yeah, I'll make a chimney like a giant.
Yeah, as you step back, the heat, it feels good. It's so damn cold out. As you watch it burn, you can hear over the snapping and crackling of flames, you can hear, it sounds like he's going up another flight of stairs to the 3rd floor.
Okay. Is there any wooden chairs or?
Oh yeah, everything in here would be wooden except for the walls and I mean, even the staircase is wood, so it's burning. It's going to eventually collapse.
Yeah.
It's going to be like a brick oven in there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I want to toss, like chairs or whatever onto the stairwell.
Okay. Yep.
To kind of get the
fuel it. You want to fuel it?
Yeah, if I had some tires, I'd throw them on there too.
Okay. Yeah, it's burning hot
tire
now.
fire.
It's burning so hot you can hear it. I mean, eventually the stairwell caves in. And is burning what's close around. The dwarves that are dead in the floor start burning a little bit. It's so hot, you may have to step close to the outside door. The smoke is now billowing.
Okay.
No. Are we seeing like a glow from this fire? I mean, with this fog.
Yeah, as you get down the hill, you'll definitely you'll definitely see smoke. You might even notice some of the shuttered windows in the top floor of these 2-story other buildings. Light and open as maybe people are noticing this, this fire and this smoke in the village.
Yeah. That's good. That's good. Let it burn and back out of there.
Okay.
All right. Flip off into the darkness a little bit.
Nice.
And let just watch people if they're coming out and the lights coming on.
Yeah, you don't see anybody braving. They're not coming out of their buildings. They may be looking out shutters and
areas are kind of lighting up.
Yes, in the windows above. Yeah.
Yeah, and that 4-tier.
Oh yeah, the 4-tier. There were already lights on, right? And those, when you guys arrived, those lights were on in all of those. So those are still on.
Out.
What's that?
Nobody jumping out the shuttered window?
No, but you hear at some point you might hear or see somebody on the roof as you back off it away. that 4 stories up, you might see somebody moving from edge to edge. Like, how can I?
Well, good. I'll be perched behind that statue,
Okay.
and you just sit there with a crossbow to take aim
Okay.
on anybody that's out there. Opens a shuttered window or anything. All right.
Yeah, it looks like he's trying to find a way to get out of this.
Okay.
He peeks over at times and looks. You guys are now you're into the you're out of the village, off the cobbled stone into the normal natural terrain and the natural path, headed for that hill. And on the other side of that hill is Unlongus's camp. It's only about 100 meters. As you make your way, you can now see at the top of that village, even in the fog, bright below, as that fire's moving from story to story, at least burning all the wood in it. He's at this point, he's looking over the edge. You could certainly take a shot at him while he's looking.
I'm doing it.
That's 4 stories, so it's not going to be short range, but at least you get your dex bonus.
I've been taking a name. I'm just joking.
Okay.
All right. Oh man, okay, squat. That's what
Into the darkness.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to make a morale check to see if he's willing to jump, right?
there you go.
We're walking along. This arrow drops by us.
Yeah. Right.
Jump.
You see him put one leg over and the other, and he's looking. I mean, there's no way he's going to survive a 4-story drop, but he's obviously debating that burning up is far worse.
Jump from section to section, maybe.
Was there
Yeah,
nobody
he
else in
can.
the other sections?
He can, yeah, but that's still a 10-foot drop for each section, right? So if you want to
He may
let
go
him,
through
you
the
want to
roof,
just watch
too.
him, right?
Yeah, I want to make sure that whole place is up.
All right, so he gets to make a save to half any damage from this 10-foot drop. 10. He does not make the save. And he doesn't die, but he takes 1 point of his 2. He breaks a leg maybe as he hits. You hear him scream out. And at this point, again, all of these are burning. The shutters are burning. Flames are coming out of all of these levels, right?
Yeah.
And you see him crawl over to the edge. Again, he's trying to get off this. This stone has got to be bacon almost at this point, right?
Oh, yeah.
He rolls to the next level. Won't help him. He only has 1 hit point left. You see him hit, and you don't see him move on that second level. You watch for a while. 0 evidence that he's moving. He must have perished or knocked himself unconscious on that 3rd drop.
As soon as I feel comfortable that whole place is kind of lit up throughout,
Yep.
I'm slipping off into the darkness, and I say, I'll bring Blunder back and let him deal with this.
Mm-hmm.
His damnable people.
And nobody is poked out of these shutters or doors in this village, right? While this
When we approach
burns.
when we approach the camp, we'll make sure to mention that to the leader as well. Say we found who
Well,
is
he meets you at the top of the rise. Clearly, people guarding saw the fire on the hill and came and got him. And by the time you guys come over that rise, he's standing there looking, pointing.
Diggy is almost talking over top of himself as he's just trying to blunder through. He's like it's not the Baal, it's a different group. Their place is burning, but the rest of the town didn't come out to help them. I don't think they're with them. And just kind of spewing out as much information as possible to him. If you need somebody to attack,
settle that boy. He looks at Korvish and the girl and says, "The girl, she needs care. And are you wounded? You are covered in blood."
Yes, I could use some assistance in that matter.
Okay. So they bind your wounds for 4. You get 4 back of again only if you lost 4.
Oh, I lost.
Yeah. And then they say rest. There is something burning up there in the village. Do you know of it?
I have my idea. It's probably our companion, White Wolf.
We hate the Vargas. You've done well. Come, you will rest. We will put you by the fire. We will feed you. Is this all that you have? What happened to Wolfe?
by that time has Wolfe rejoined us?
Yeah, well, if he wants to. If he
Yeah,
wants to.
I'll slip at the camp from the shadows at that
Okay.
time.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So he embraces you and says, "It looks as though you've started the war for us. Good. We will make our plan of action in the morning. You can tell me all about it.
Okay, I'm pushing past him.
Okay.
Where's my woman?
Oh, Donnie. He points to a tent. She tends the dwarf. He calls himself king. Well, you know.
Oh, yeah. I'll walk straight past and go with them, and then I'll take it up with him when we get to the next session.
Okay, that's it. And we'll fade to black on session 4. Experience points, right? You don't get experience for treasure or killing, but you get experience for actually witnessing enemies. So even if you don't kill them, you get experience for witnessing it. All right, so you saw 12, right? 2 in the first session, or the third session, Dell.
Okay.
So that's 2. You guys saw 12. You just dealt with 9. So that's 12, 9. That's 21, 20. 23 of these for you, Dell. And for you guys, it'll be 21. I think their experience points are 2 each for these things. And these were 1 HD dwarves. They're not the exact ones in here, right? They're my dwarves. But let's go ahead and just see what they give your dwarf for XP. There we go. So you saw 12 below in the mine. That counts. Okay, these are, okay. Yep, 15. So 23 times 15. All right, Dell, that's 345 XP for your last 2. You guys are 21 times 15. You guys all got 315, right?
And do humans in this one get the extra?
I think so. I think they get.
The
XP bonus.
XP bonus of 5%. I think that's, or maybe that's human.
Yep.
Yeah, so that's 30 on top of that. So
and if your intelligence is prime, you can get up to another 5. Right?
Yeah, which mine is. So that's 10% extra for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Same here.
And if you have charisma of 15 or more, you get the 5th and final maximum of 15 if your charisma is also over it, right?
Wow.
Okay. Yep. And so treasure in my game is quite literally affects the world as far as these dwarf clans and collecting it and paying the priest tax collectors. Obviously, you could spend money to buy things, etc. But I don't give you treasure for that. But you'll need to collect treasure for other things, right? And then again, all you have to do is survive or witness creatures. This is meant to be kind of an exploration game, so
right.
You're gonna score XP when you just witness certain things. But again, that's all you've witnessed in today's session. But cool, thank you. I'm sorry, I expected a hard 2-hour stop, but it was going. So
no, it's good.
No, it's fun.
Yeah, I
enjoyed that.
I always wanted to have a tower inferno.
Well, and this is the first time. Well, I think the last time I used Sword and Wizardry, I didn't let the fighter have his multiple attacks. We were doing old school. You didn't get double like BX. You didn't get double attacks or multiple attacks. But I think it's pretty sweet. I mean, it's.
Oh, I like it. Yeah.
As long as you're facing low-level creatures, right?
Yeah. Yep.
But I think it's very cool. Yeah, and it helps.
Yeah, it shows that you're superior skill, so you're just going through them like we.
And
it does positively affect your survival rate, right? When you're facing hordes of crappy little goblins or kobolds or.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I like that.
Were we sleeping through this before the next session? Just so I know whether I get my spells back or not.
Yes, you guys. Well, we'll probably from here. We'll fast forward time, maybe back to Unpilton or maybe not. It'll depend on whether you tell me. Do you want to do more investigation of this mountain, right? Or we just leave it up.
Let's see what the other party members say.
But you'll certainly get rest. You'll certainly get rest.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Super.
Yeah. I don't imagine when you tell Unlungus what you've learned that he's going to be
backing off.
Well, he's not going to be. I mean, if it's not the ball, he's probably you might win that. Remember, I'm going to make reaction checks for that negotiation. So,
So do we mention 7 dragons?
You could, and that would definitely impact whether he drags what's left. Remember, most of his village is now unfortunately dead. I mean, he was out of his mind, so he kind of killed him by dragging him in this weather to So
I've been around in that village for months, and all of a sudden he's killing off all of my gophers. And,
the people who fetch your food.
Yeah.
And
that's why he had a really good thing. This one.
And by the way, Donnie asked me to make a roll. I guess I'll tell you whether she's pregnant, and I made the roll. I don't know if I should tell you or let Donnie tell you.
You want me to stick around for another game or two, don't you?
What? You're gonna be one of those guys that leaves? I don't think the world can handle a little wolf.
Oh, you
a little
dog.
wolf.
Oh my god.
Yeah, Donnie said make a roll and to see if I'm pregnant. Because it's been like months since you guys were carousing.
Yeah. Why she's so grumpy? Yeah.
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 Oh.
Oh no.
Don't ever say that in real life. It'll not end well for you.
Yes. Never anger a pregnant woman. You will die.
Yeah,
That's right.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. Oh god.
All right.
If you learn anything, learn that, right?
Yeah. The burning tower has got nothing on.
Yeah. My first wife, she was pregnant with our son, and she's like, "I'm craving Kentucky Fried Chicken." I'm like, "Okay." I go to Kentucky Fried Chicken. They're like, "Oh, our chef quit. We don't have any chicken." I searched for another 45 minutes to get Kentucky Fried Chicken because I don't go empty-handed home to a pregnant wife that wants Kentucky Fried Chicken.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Exactly.
That's right.
You know what I did tonight? True story. She said, "I want some Whoppers."